And we're in the video. Well, that's right. It's a show about all things, mostly Star Wars things. This is Stay on Target. Thanks for joining us today. We're here to talk about some amazing Star Wars things. As you know, Mandalorian Season 2 dropped. We finished the Millennium Falcon.
We did.
Believe it or not, we finished it. And we are so unbelievably excited to be here right now to talk about Mando Season 2, talk about all things, mostly Star Wars-y things.
Yeah.
I'm Dan.
I'm Nick. Yeah.
I'm Dustin.
And that's Mando.
Mando
We've
is
got
back.
Mando back.
We found him.
Mando, we found him. He killed a lot of things.
He killed
Let's just say that.
so much.
If you watched the episode, the most recent episode, he was actually in the
Oh my.
background. You just
Yeah,
didn't see
he
him.
was.
He was flying around back there, but he was kind of behind the scenes. So notice the red shirt he has on too. He was in cahoots with Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Van.
Oh,
we won't go
yeah.
into too much because we don't.
Yeah, we don't want to get into too
away.
much about that insane
that fateful
episode. Yeah, but Chapter 9, as you saw on the cover art there, the Marshal. We're going to get into it here in a second. But first, we got a new segment. But first, what do you guys think about the new studio?
Yeah.
You guys
I
like
like
the look
it.
of the new setup here? I think it's pretty classy. We're going for something new and fresh. Season 2.
Season 2.
Kind of
for
our
us.
season 2. Mandalorians, everybody's season
It lines
2.
up
Yeah.
perfectly.
It's perfect.
Mandalorian season 2. It's where we started the show.
Yes.
Was for Mandalorian the season 1. So we thought, we might as well do our season 2 at the same time as
Yeah.
Mandalorian
Yes.
season 2.
And if
Perfect
we're going to
timing.
do
Why
it number 2, just like the show,
Yeah.
we got to level up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we leveled up a little bit in the look of this thing.
Level up.
This is definitely still a live podcast show, but we're going to try to make it entertaining for you if you're watching us live. If you're listening with us live, thanks for listening. Hope you're enjoying the Mando. It is this podcast is available on podcast platforms now.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Is.
So that's news for us. But first off, we're going to jump into a little segment we'd like to call Dispensing with the Pleasantries.
You may dispense with the pleasantries, Commander. I'm here to put you back on schedule.
Awesome.
That's right. We're back on schedule now.
We're back on schedule now.
Yes.
So, session number, what are we going for first, Dustin?
We're going for question of the day. We're just going to start off with pleasantries and question of the day. Hi, everybody. We're happy you're here. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about the set. And if you guys have any questions for us or anything like that, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes.
Other than that, though, the question of the day is, what was your favorite episode from season 1? Because we don't want to get into season 2 yet, because obviously there's only one episode. But I just want to ask everybody out there in the comments and us here, what was your favorite episode from season 1? And did you rewatch it before season 2?
I think most people did.
Most people.
I think most people, and we got a comment here from Zarhimoto, said, I love the new intro and new setup. So thanks, Zarhimoto.
Yes.
Glad you dig it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, we even have a number 1 camera that looks pretty crisp, and we got a number 2 camera that looks pretty good still.
There's a Y-wing down there, too.
Number 2.
You see the Y-wing?
You see the Y-wing?
Real close.
Yeah, just get real close. Pew, pew.
Oh, yeah, that's glorious.
Proton bombs. Just dropping them.
Dropping proton bombs.
It's like our band,
our
our
number
band
2.
dropping proton bombs.
Alisand
that's
said,
weird.
wow, impressive set. Most impressive.
Most
Most
impressive.
Thanks,
impressive.
Alisand.
That was good.
Impressive.
Darth Vader, and of course he
You may
dispensed with pleasantries.
Here to
So-
get you back on schedule.
Favorite
Yeah.
episode from
Favorite
season
Question,
episode.
yeah.
So let's answer
from
that question.
Yeah.
Why don't we go
season
down the line here?
numero uno.
I'll go first.
Okay.
You know,
I do it.
I think my favorite episode has to be, I think, just the last episode of season 1, because that is whenever the Mandalorians come out in force, isn't it? Oh wait, no, it's not. No, it's not
No.
the first. That's season. Oh shoot, what is that one
Episode? Where the
That's
Mando's episode
7?
3.
That's only 3.
Is that
Where
3?
they destroy the town and everything?
That is the 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm changing my answer actually.
It's episode 3.
Episode 3, yeah, that one was really good. No, I'm sticking with that one.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3 was
Yeah.
awesome. I just loved seeing all the Mandalorians. Anytime you see Mandalorians flying around on screen,
Yeah, and shooting
it
that
is
will.
so epic. So I love seeing that. I loved how how they framed a lot of the shots in the episode 3. And whenever he makes the turn, whenever he gives the baby away, and then he goes and gets back in his cockpit and he just sits there and he's like, nah.
Yeah.
I got to go back.
Gotta go get
I
it.
love that moment.
He's got my-
that moment is when the whole show takes a shift, and I just
Yeah.
love that. It's so good.
100% agree.
And
yeah.
I love seeing the Mandalorians flying around.
Yes.
Yeah. And on Facebook, we got a comment here from Carla. Good evening. That table looks awesome.
Looks epic.
This is the piece de resistance, as we
Piece
like to
de
say here in
resistance.
Hoth.
Hoth.
It is definitely
It's very
hot
hoth.
here.
Very hothy outside.
It's very hothy out.
Hothy.
And Nick
I saw-
saw a tauntaun.
I saw a dead tauntaun.
dead tauntaun.
Unfortunately,
They can't handle it.
it's a
I'm
cold
pretty sure the
dew.
Rando Mando killed it on the way over.
That's probably what it was.
Right, Rando?
And Mando
What do
kills
you,
all things.
what do you say to
he
that?
just. Oh, now he's saying yes.
Yes.
I said he kills all things, but mostly Star Wars.
Mostly Star Wars thing.
You're gonna see him flying
Oh
all over
my
in like a
God.
Star Trek.
Yeah. Star Trek?
I don't know.
Oh,
Let's
my
go on.
gracious.
Keep going.
And then
Okay.
Zarhimoto
He's
said
off the
again
show.
on YouTube, the studio looks amazing. I love the table, the lighting, the background, everything.
Everything.
So yours is episode 3. That's your favorite.
That's my
episode
favorite.
3.
Nick, what's yours?
Nick's, what's your favorite?
I would honestly, I'd have to go probably with episode 1, and here's why: because
You got
the
reasons.
hype was real,
Yeah.
indeed,
Oh yeah.
and the surprise ending, the reveal
true.
of Baby Yoda,
Yeah.
it was just like, what is this? I'm so intrigued.
yes.
I have answers that need questioning, and questions that need answering.
100%.
Yeah,
yeah.
but no, yeah, because it just, blew my mind. It was
did.
like they've never done a Star Wars show before. And then I saw that and I was like, why have they never done a Star Wars show before?
Right.
It's
You
true.
know?
I know.
Yeah. But yeah. That was my favorite.
Episode 1.
Episode
Episode
1.
Chapter 1.
OG.
Especially with that reveal.
Yeah.
I do agree. And IG-11.
IG-11,
in that
yeah.
whole episode.
He was hilarious.
Hilariously
He
awesome.
was hilarious.
It was so good. Carl Weathers, though. Just the
Yeah.
introduction of Carl
Yeah.
Weathers and the whole Bounty Hunters Guild, the first fight sequence.
Mhm.
Plus,
Oh, yeah.
we were just all amazed at how they were filming. I was like, how
Yeah.
did they make that look like a totally unique planet? It
Right.
was so cool just watching him walk that cold open,
Yeah.
just walking down
Yep.
the dock, the like ice dock.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
so cool.
Well,
It was
I like
great.
how those first 3, I agree with you, Nick.
Yeah.
Number 1 was probably going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, but Chapter 3 was also amazing because you had all the Mandos come out and in full force, which you would never seen. We'd never seen that before,
No.
except for Clone Wars or you know,
Right,
Rebels.
Yeah.
But live action,
Uh-huh.
John Favreau.
Yeah.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know? But I think I'm going to say, because you guys kind of said 3 and 1, I'm going to say number 2.
Number 2.
Numero dos.
Numero 2.
I mean, that we got Jawas again.
Yeah,
Jawas.
that was a good
And he was,
sequence.
there was literally, what, incineration?
Yeah.
Disintegration.
Disintegrate. That was hilarious.
So there's legitimate
I mean,
disintegration.
horrible, but hilarious.
And
It
yeah,
was.
it was awful but hilarious. But I love the fight at the beginning
Mm-hmm.
and the way that I can't remember the director's name right off the top of my head, but how he framed all those shots.
Yeah, that's the
That episode was
Famuyiwa.
yeah,
Rick
Rick
Famuyiwa.
Famuyiwa, yeah. And then it was
Famuyiwa.
kind of like the first. Obviously, there was the first time the Baby Yoda and Mando were together.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of does the hand reachy outy thing, and he heals Mando, right?
Yep.
Didn't he heal him in that one?
No, he tries to, but he
Oh, he
doesn't
tries to.
actually
Yeah, yeah.
do it.
You start to get that, but that's where you find out he
That's
has
when
the
you're,
force
you're
powers.
like,
at
is
the
he,
end.
is he trying to use the force? And then
Right.
Mandalorian just like, put that, stop.
He's like,
Yeah.
stop it.
just like puts him away.
But the,
He's like,
we-
"Go
we-
back
and as
in here."
fans, we're all like, we know he's probably force sensitive
Right,
because
yeah.
Yoda's force sensitive. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
And then it all builds to the climax at the end when they go get the egg.
Yep.
And
That
from
was
the for the Jawas. And he met
talk like a
Quill. He
Wookiee.
met Quill on the first one, and
Yeah.
then Quill kind of helped him out in the second episode
Yeah.
too. I think.
Quill.
Queel.
Building his ship again.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
'cause
cool.
the
I
Jawas
believe,
took it
wasn't that?
apart.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but I love the
Jawas.
reveal at the end where he holds up that rhino thing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
The Mudhorn.
the Mudhorn, yeah,
That-
and that ends up
Mudhorn egg.
becoming his signet, yeah.
That signet is one of the coolest. I love that signet.
Right.
I almost
It's a
like
good
that
one.
more than
Yeah.
the Mythosaur.
Mythosaur.
I think I like that almost more than the Mythosaur. It looks so cool.
yes.
Yeah.
And that fight, I mean, that was crazy with the actual Mudhorn beast that they were fighting.
Yeah.
The CGI
Oh, yeah.
looked amazing. I mean, everything about that was so well executed.
Right.
It looked movie worthy. And I like the fact
Yeah.
that each one of these episodes too are self-contained too. You could watch one episode and it's its own thing in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like how they have an overarching story, and I like that more. I want a series to have a clear beginning,
A
middle,
through line.
and through line. I don't
Yeah.
want it to just be
Yeah.
all right. This is what he's doing this week. This is what he's doing next week. It doesn't tie in
I
at
agree.
all.
Right.
I like the overarching, but I also like that they're still self-contained.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's our favorite. So 3, 1, and 2.
3,
3,
1, and
1,
2.
2.
I would say a
3,
close.
1, 2.
I'd say close runner-up for me though is
Number 6.
I don't. It's hard to pick. Yeah, 6 though. I love.
Yeah.
That's also done by Rick Famuyiwa
Yep.
because it's hard to say his last name.
Yeah, Rick
Famuyiwa.
Famuyiwa, yeah.
Famuyiwa.
Famuyiwa.
But you can tell when he's
He's actually in that one too.
yeah, you're right because he's one of the
Yep.
X-wing pilots.
Yes.
But you can always tell he's doing it because he's really good at suspense, and that's
Yeah.
how he led
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the second episode when they fought the oh man, I'm drawing a blank on their names. The species
Trandoshan.
Trandoshan. Thank you. Yes, the Trandoshans. That was cool. I love
Yeah.
when they pepper in all these Star Wars things too. It's not just like humans fighting humans. It's
Right.
like there's other aliens. There's a lot going on to the show.
Yeah.
It's just so well done.
100%.
So anyway, that's
and
our
Allison, yeah, that's ours. That's
those
our
are
3.
ours.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening on the podcast, tell us what your favorite was.
Yeah.
Please
Speak it in
do
the car
Comments
out
below.
loud. We want to hear it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Or comment.
Yeah,
Shoot us
Yeah.
a message. But on YouTube, we got some live comments. Zarhimoto, I think episode. By the way, Zarhimoto loved the studio earlier. She said the studio. Oh, she said everything. We
Yeah.
said
Yeah,
that
we
comment.
said that.
We said that.
Zarhimoto said episode 3, The Sin. Wow, so she remembered the title.
Sin.
Nice.
Well, yeah, that's
I
good.
didn't remember
Yeah.
the title.
Yeah, of the first
Ghost gets the
of the
child.
first season is my favorite too. Oh no. Episode 3, The Sin of the first episode is my favorite too. I love that. Yeah, because she was referring to Dustin. This is
Yeah.
all in the past.
Yeah. Past
We're
tense.
catching up. We're catching up.
It's a campground. Past
Chooses-
tense.
that's when he chooses to take care of the child, which was a big pivotal moment. Like
Yeah,
you
it
said.
was.
Yeah, absolutely, Zarimoto. And Allison said, I think my favorite from season 1 is episode 2 or 3, whatever one has the Jawas. Episode 2.
Jawas.
We're on the same page there. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's
Even
funny.
though they got disintegrated,
You
that's
talk like a Wookiee.
pretty. It was so cool to see the Jawas, though. Yeah, flamethrower. It was so hilarious to see a close up of the sand crawlers.
And when he was attacking it, that was
Fighting and
hilarious.
And he
scaling
gets up
that-
top.
that whole
and then
battle
they shock
sequence
him, and
was-
he's like, "Ugh."
Reminds
Yeah.
me of chapter
Falls
1 or
down.
chapter 9 of this season.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, so far.
Seeing that up close was awesome.
And we got we're running out of time here on our segment here. But
Yes.
Zarimoto last thing said, I also loved episode 9. I'm sorry, that's 5, I think. When we got to see
only
the
nine.
Mando's face.
yeah.
And the
8. Yeah.
8.
8, we
Eight.
got to see the face?
Yeah.
Yep,
8
that was the
is
last
fake.
episode.
Forget about it.
Yep.
Remember,
Yep,
because
you're right.
it's IG-11.
I'm thinking he all got it taken off when he was on that forest planet because the lady was like,
Well,
Oh,
yeah, he
did
does, but you
technically,
don't
but nobody
see
sees.
his
Right,
face,
okay.
which
It
is
is a
odd because
camera.
it's like, dude, they're right there.
the character development between Mando and IG-11, especially how IG-11 sacrificed himself for Mando. Well, and Mando didn't want him to, so
Yeah.
yes.
He learned to love droids. Well, maybe not love, but
So
hate
sweet.
them less.
Yeah.
I just thought of another better question, but we'll save it for another time.
Well, we're
Yeah,
out
I'll
of
save it
time,
for
but-
another time.
well,
Next
what about the
segment.
Mando?
Speaking of Mando,
We should
Mando.
ask Mando
Put
what
up,
what his favorite
1
episode
through
was from season 1.
8.
1 through 8. Just put up your finger for which one was your favorite.
Oh, we're one.
Oh,
All
he's
right.
with Nick on this one.
That's right.
Nick's
Mando's-
trying not to tick him off because he
Mando's
doesn't
got
want to
my
get
back.
shot
Yeah.
like all the other
Right.
Star Wars
Mando's
things.
literally touching your back.
Right? There's a blaster buried deep
Yeah,
in my
but
back
he's actually
right now.
pointing a blaster at all of us right now. We're really trying hard not to upset
I don't know
him.
how he does that. He only has 2 hands. Is he using his feet?
He grew a third arm.
He's not
All
even
right.
using his hands.
Yeah. Well,
All
thank
right.
you for
Wow.
those comments.
Yeah,
and
thanks for the
everything.
comments.
Those
Thanks
are
for
good
the chat
episodes.
there. That's we completely agree, and we're gonna get into Mandalorian season 2 now.
Yeah.
But first, we're gonna do that pleasantries.
You may dispense with the pleasantries, Commander. I'm here to put you back on schedule.
All right.
Yeah.
We're getting
All
back
right, we're
on
trying to stay
schedule.
back on schedule here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, we got a couple minutes to talk about any news, right?
Any
news?
news?
You want to jump into some news?
Uh,
You want to talk about news
I'll talk
regarding our Mando here, or are we gonna do that later, or we're not doing that here?
Mando's looking
Or
around.
you want
We're
to
still
save
trying
that for
to.
the next segment?
We're still not.
What's the
trying to
next
take 'em off.
segment?
I
Well, we'll
don't
just
know.
say
We'll
this
find
right
out.
I don't
now.
know. Find out.
We'll just say this right now. It is the Rando Mando's birthday
Yeah.
today, so we're trying not to take him off again. We won't sing to him because I'm pretty sure he's gonna shoot us if we sing to
Yeah.
him. But
Happy
He does not like to be sung to.
right. So happy birthday,
Happy
Rando
birthday.
Happy
Mando, for
birthday.
birthday.
Mando's
Happy
Murph
murder
Day.
Yeah, Mando's birthday.
Murph Day. Mando's Murph
Oh, we
Day.
love Mando's Murph Day. Happy Murph Day.
Happy Murph
What
Day.
a great day.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we got him back. We're just happy to have him
Yeah,
back.
we're happy to have him back.
100%. Yeah.
One of these days-
Maybe
Just
he was
wasn't
on
the
a
same
long
without him.
birthday holiday.
Yeah, that's
Murph
true.
Day.
Well, birthday
Not on
holidays
Hoth.
for
Right.
Mandos is going and killing things.
That's,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's what he was
Getting
doing.
bounties.
It was his birth week.
Well, he had to film, so that's where he was gone.
Yeah.
He was
That's
true.
actually
There's-
filming.
there
He's
were some
an extra in
important
the
things
background.
He was
happening.
an extra. Yeah.
Was he promoting the new season?
That's
Maybe
when
he was.
promoting the new
yeah.
season.
Makes sense.
Mm.
Anyway, so happy birthday. There's some news there.
Yeah, news.
Other news, I saw a lot of kind of interesting things on how they did a lot of things. That's not really news, though.
How they did a lot of what?
On season, well, they were talking about season 2. There was a lot of, well, I don't want to go into that, no, because that's more spoilers
Yeah, that's
talk. So
spoilers.
I'm gonna
All
go-
right,
no,
well,
wait, sorry.
Just don't get
Other
carried
news,
Just
there
away.
was-
fancy talk.
This thing's kind of not Star Wars news related, but if we
Yeah.
want to go into it, oh, do we have other news?
Is there other news?
There's an all thanks portion of the show we're going to get to here in a
man.
few
So-
minutes. So we're going to
so
save
yeah,
that
Star
for
Wars
the
news.
all
I think
thanks.
the biggest Star Wars news this week really is
Mando
just the fact
dropped.
that Mandalorian.
What do you guys
season
think
two-
about Mando Monday? Did you guys see the Star
Mando
Wars' YouTube channel?
I did. Oh
Mando
yeah, that was
Mondays.
another thing.
I did not
see
see
Mando
it.
Monday.
I kind of like Mando Mondays.
Yeah,
Was
was
it
good.
good?
Yeah, it was good. They had a bunch of character interviews on there. They had a funny segment from Pablo. No,
It was
Gian-
no the
Esposito?
Esposito was there. But
Giancarlo
who's the main?
Esposito?
Who plays the Mandalorian?
Mandalorian. is,
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro.
Yeah,
I call
Pedro.
him Pablo, but it's Pedro because I'm thinking of Pablo Pascal. from,
Pablo.
Pablo Pascal.
Is-
No, Pablo Hidalgo. Who's you thinking?
Ah,
of.
my
Pablo
goodness.
Hidalgo.
I'm getting
Hidalgo
them all
is
mixed
Pablo
up.
Picasso.
Hidalgo.
Somebody's named Pablo out there, and I'm thinking of you.
Pablo from.
Thank you for watching, Pablo, or listening.
Vote for Pedro.
All right.
But
Pueblo.
Yeah, it was good. I like the interviews. I like the Pueblo interviews. We're staying on target. We got a couple minutes
Yeah.
left here.
dispense with the pleasantries.
You may dispense with the pleasantries.
Whatever. All right, we're done. Yeah.
Cut it off.
So
Oh no, you
I
cut.
liked
You
a
cut
lot
Darth
of the.
Vader off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's how we end the
Choking.
That's how it's
Choking.
Mando's doing it.
Mando's
He's doing
just
the
like-
background. He's actually force sensitive.
Yeah.
If we need some defense, we do have
my mic.
lightsabers on the
Right.
back. We're
Yeah.
gonna get them. So anyway, anything about Mando
gonna get 'em.
Monday? Any other news you guys wanted to chat about?
The Mando Monday was really good, though. I did want to talk about that for a sec. It had Pedro Pascal on it, and it also had Giancarlo Esposito.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
He was really good. He was funny to listen to. It was
Was
just
he?
kind of like a get you hyped and excited for the show coming out. And I really
Yeah.
like. They had some new merch and stuff on there that was cool.
Yep, they showed a lot of
And,
the cool toys.
Babs Yoder,
Babs
Babs
Yoder.
Yoder.
obviously huge.
Dude, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys see they have a remote control
Yes.
Baby Yoda that'll follow
my
you around in your
goodness.
house?
I did not actually
100%.
see
Yeah.
that.
I was
You gotta
like,
be kidding me.
that would be awesome.
Epic.
Just like see it like walking around.
That's why I wore the shirt because
Yeah.
you just can't get enough of
Babs.
Baby
Babs
Yoda.
Yoder.
And once we get into the spoilers of
Babs.
9
I know.
of chapter 9, it's just
Right,
what it's all
yeah.
about. So I think that's it for the news. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's not much.
We're
else.
excited
not
about
much.
Mando
For Star
Monday.
Wars
So
news.
yeah, tomorrow there'll be another one
mean,
coming out. They'll be reviewing probably the episode, give you a sneak peek. Because for Rebels, they did Rebels Recon.
Scream on Black.
They did.
Ooh, now we're back.
I always do that. But anyway, they did Rebels Recon.
That was the part of the
they
show where we
did-
go black.
Right.
The screen goes black.
We all got
New
choked,
segment.
choked
Yep.
out.
It's
Yeah,
called.
that was the end of the joke. And the screen goes black.
That's where
Yeah.
we just have to rearrange real quick. Like we only have a few seconds to do it.
Yep.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It could be a new segment called
rearrange real
we
quick.
change everything around the whole
Yeah.
set again.
We're upside down and stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's. I'm not used to having this much space. This is just.
I know,
crazy.
right?
It's
Like,
kind of nice.
what do
So
we
this
put
has
on
been
here?
built. This has been here for since we were a while, but we're just getting used to it.
It hasn't been here a while,
It hasn't
but
been here that long.
it's been here.
It's been here long.
Oh, you
enough.
told us to lie to the people and say it's
didn't
been
say
here
to
that
lie.
long.
a couple of parseconds.
No, I didn't say that.
A par seconds, yeah. No, yeah, you were. He was like, you
No,
must
this
lie.
was hand built
Bold
Yeah.
face
by
lie.
Wookiees.
Yeah, so they can't see it on the
Wookiees.
podcast, but we're touching a nice table.
Nice.
It's a nice
We
Table.
haven't
You can
never
hear
had
it
a
if you
nice
listen real
table.
quick.
It's a hand built table,
It's
and the
hand-built.
Wookiees provided the wood for us.
Oh, no, we
It's
broke it.
straight from Kashyyyk.
Straight from
Oh.
Kashyyyk.
Yeah,
Wow.
straight from Kashyyyk. They
Straight-
brought us the wood. straight from-
Imported from Kashyyyk.
It's the opposite of Kashyyyk.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I meant to say. Oh my gracious me.
That's the quote for this week's episode.
That's about
Wow.
it.
Oh man, what is Shakik like?
All right, but oh man,
They're
that was-
very.
that
They're
was
very
good.
it's Ewoks, but I don't know.
Okay.
All right.
It's like Endor, but
Well,
worse.
that brings us to I think the next segment on our list
No,
here.
the opposite
Oh.
of a Wookiee would be like a very
a
short,
small baby.
like completely hairless being.
Yeah.
Very short and completely hairless.
So they're babies.
Yeah, I guess kind of.
Just a real.
Oh man.
I still want to see the half human,
Half human.
half humanoid.
Oh, yeah,
half
we
Wookiee.
thought-
only some of him is full of hair.
Yeah.
So like his arms are just.
Yeah, we went into a whole thing like, what would happen if a human and a Wookiee had a baby? What
Right.
that would look like? It would be
What,
really
what would you
weird.
call it? Like what would it be?
Well,
a,
there were.
a,
There's
a
not
baby?
humans per se in Star Wars, right?
A
It's
Wookiee?
humanoids.
Well, they're still humans.
Humanoid.
Or sentient. What are they called?
Humanoids. I mean, humanoids could
Yeah, what are they
refer
called?
to anything that's bipedal. I think that has two
Okay.
legs and two arms.
Isn't that what they call them
They
in
have
Star
two
Wars?
bicycles.
That's like even Zabraks are humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are they called though? They're not called humanoid. They're called something else.
Humans? I think they're called humans, aren't they?
No, I thought they
No.
were called humanoid.
They're
or
probably just
something, but
humanoid then.
We've had this conversation before. We'll have to. What? I think it's human.
Human.
Fact checkers
I
give
think
us
it's
some
humid
info.
in here. Oh, Allison said, "Happy birthday, Mando. I hope you have a Mando." I can't read today.
You can't read.
Mando-nificent day.
Mando-nificent.
Magnificent.
Oh, that was good.
Magnanimous.
A magnanimous.
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 All right. Well, we're at the point of the show where we
We just
are
fall
going
apart
to dive
completely.
into Mandalorian.
Well, we didn't
gonna
do the other,
dive?
or where's the other news?
oh, we did the other
Oh,
news.
to
That's
the
after. That's
news.
afterward.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We saved that for the very end. So
I'd never
We
got
have
a
a new
schedule,
format, so
so
we're
I'm
getting
just
used
as
to it.
lost as you are.
We're getting used to the. So, Nick, Did you even know there was a show coming on for the first episode?
Nope.
First episode.
Didn't even know.
Just walked in off the street
Yep.
and we're in.
They were like,
We're in.
"Hey, come over here. We need a third for the podcast." And I was like, "I don't even know what that is, but okay."
We
and
literally
the
just
rest
pulled them
is
in off the
history.
street.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Now we're best friends. We haven't been friends for years, if that's what you're wondering.
It's time to talk about Mandalorian,
Yeah.
Season 2,
Season 2.
Episode 1.
Yes. No spoilers.
Non-spoiler review. We got 5
Yeah.
minutes on the clock. We're going to jump in and we're going to talk non-spoilery about this episode. So if you haven't seen it, who cares? We're not giving any spoilers away.
But after this, you got to
You can
tune
listen,
out.
but after this, we're going to go for
Yeah.
about 10 or 15 minutes on the spoilers because this is a long episode. That's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
That is not a.
It's it's the longest episode of any Mandalorian
It
episode
was,
to
and
date.
also it didn't feel that
It
long.
did not feel like
Right.
that.
That's
It
because
flew
it
by.
was gripping.
You realize that's only like a couple of minutes short of feature length.
Yeah.
Like Disney
Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
Disney movies were, this is just about short of 60 minutes.
Yeah.
And
I think it was like 58
57 or 8, yeah.
Fif-
So
an hour.
we're in non-spoiler review. Now go.
Okay,
Now.
first of all, everybody dies.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wait. Whoa, spoilers. Whoa.
Ah,
Spoiler alert.
We needed the Death Star warning sound right,
Right.
there.
totally did.
Okay.
Can you pull that up real quick?
You may dispense with the pleasure.
You may
Yeah, we're-
dispense with the pleasantries, Commander.
We don't have
I'm
much.
here to put you back.
All right, we're back.
All right. No, nobody
No,
dies.
let's get started. Okay, so first
you
of
go
all-
first.
Okay, first of all, it was fantastic. That is not a spoiler. That is just my personal
Phantasmagorical.
opinion on how I feel. You may have a different opinion.
Well, that's subjective.
But it was really good.
It was terrible.
I don't know how non-spoilers for me is kind of tricky because
Yeah, because what are
you
you
don't wanna
supposed to
give
talk
too
about?
much information.
Yeah,
away.
well, some characters did some things, and then some other things got done, and the characters
Yeah, it's just
survived.
overall impressions.
Overall
first
impressions. Whoa!
Yeah,
That's
first,
mine.
First impressions of the Mandalorian in season 2.
Down
Basically-
goes Solo.
But yeah, let's dive into it.
Some
a little bit.
things, that we
pool
saw
of
in the
Jell-O.
trailer
Obviously,
of this season, we got to see in this episode. That's not a spoiler.
yeah.
So, and I enjoyed those moments that we had kind of been privy to in the trailers.
Yes.
And I really liked what they actually did with those moments,
yeah.
even more than the trailer.
So it was
Yeah.
a cold open.
And
Yeah.
They had a bit of a refresher at the beginning of the episode,
Super
which I
cold.
enjoyed.
Which was very helpful,
It gave
yeah,
you a
yeah.
little bit
I
insight
liked
into
that.
where we're
Yeah.
going into season 2, and it leads you right in. But really, it starts with a cold open. They're just walking, and it's awesome.
like
because
The
it's at
Office.
night, and they're walking into like an alien compound.
Hey, whoa, no spoilers here.
Well, it's not a spoiler. It's in the trailer.
You're telling them what happens. It's a spoiler.
It's in the
And then what happens
trailer.
after he goes in? No, just kidding.
Yeah, no,
Right.
but it's really cool that you see in the trailer. We're basically talking about the trailer at this
The
point.
trailer.
But the trailer, it shows some really cool looking stuff, and
in a
you know,
trailer
there's going to be a
park.
cool fight in the beginning. I don't have to tell you what happens.
Yeah.
There's actually a fun cameo actually in there too. I don't want to give anything
You know
away.
what's kinda
Who
funny?
Played that
Yeah,
bad guy.
you're
in
right.
there.
What episode was it that we found out? Like we heard the Rocky theme in.
The
It
Was
first
that the
episode.
last? Was it?
This is the first episode.
Very
yeah.
first episode
Was
when he
it?
got to
It's funny
what's the
'cause-
planet where he finds the child. What's the planet? Do you remember where Queel was from?
Queel, yeah. What planet was that on?
Do
I
they
don't
even
know. I
say
don't
it?
remember.
I'm sure they do.
They do, but I don't remember what
Fact
it's
check
called.
It wasn't like Rogue One where they put it on the screen.
I
Wow,
actually
that
like
really
that they put it
echoed.
on the screen.
In Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Because I
Yeah.
like knowing the
Yeah,
names
I
of
do
planets.
too. If it's
Yeah.
if it's relevant,
That's one of my
even
favorite
if it's
things.
not relevant, it helps set the
Yeah. It
setting.
does.
Otherwise, it just looks like another desert.
But I
planet.
mean,
You just have no idea.
yeah, it's Tatooine. It's
What else?
Jakku. It's Jatooine.
Queel's planet
Avala?
was
Avala 7.
Avala
Okay.
7. Nice.
of all the sevens,
Maybe
you
they don't
picked
put that
this
on there
one.
because they think people are going to be like, "Should I know this planet?"
Should I
And then they're
know
going to overthink.
Well,
what
the
they're
other
gonna
thing
see.
is, too, because it's like, yeah, if it's a desert rocky planet, everybody just assumes Tatooine.
Rocky.
Or
Right.
Jakku now.
Because they did go to Tatooine in season 1.
It was a rocky
No,
planet.
but
They played
yeah.
a rocky,
Rocky
theme.
planet.
Getting back to what I was saying, there's kind of
Please.
a Rocky reference in this episode.
The first one. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. I didn't think
That's
about
why I thought
that.
about it. I was like, wait,
If you've seen the
which film
trailer,
was it?
in the trailer,
Yeah.
you see some Gamorreans fighting, and
Yeah.
it is epic. And
It's
that is
totally
that's a
Rocky.
totally Rocky thing
Yeah.
right there.
I just
And
cracked the code.
And there's actually a callback to Knights of the Old Republic in that, where when they're fighting, you see like this blue orb disperse, which is actually shown in the video game Knights of the
What are
Old
we talking
Republic.
about?
Knights of the
In the
Old
fighting
Republic.
ring.
What are we talking about? No
But
spoilers.
this is no spoilers.
Yeah, it's not a
Well, no,
spoiler.
it's-
Was that in the trailer?
It's in the trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in the trailer. They
It's
hadn't
in
finished
it.
the special effects yet.
It was in
Alright.
the trailer.
But
They
there was
showed
some
it.
other stuff that
trailer.
happened in that fight that I was like, I didn't expect that.
Oh
didn't
yeah,
expect that.
definitely.
Boo, boo,
Yeah.
boo, boo, boo.
But yeah, the blue. Okay, maybe I just remember that part about the trailer.
Yeah, and basically he goes there for a certain thing. He's looking for something. We're not going to give away.
Well, we're
what
not
it
going into
is.
plot. We're just
Yeah.
No, I know.
start
Just
to
kinda-
finish. Like
No, yeah,
at
it
the
was-
beginning, we liked how it basically was like you right back into Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't
It wasn't-
exactly pick up where you left off, although it did.
Yeah. It was just
It
a
wasn't
little
like
down the
a
line.
moment to the next moment.
Right,
You
like
know what I
he
mean? Like some
left
time has
left in the
passed.
jetpack
We,
Yeah,
and-
definitely
we
some
don't
time.
even know how much time has passed. We don't care.
Sometime.
It feels like no time has passed, really. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like they aged.
Yeah.
It's not like you see anything different.
Right.
Baby Yoda's about the
I'd
same
say it's
age,
about-
it looks like.
A few weeks later.
It could be,
Yeah,
you know.
a couple of
Or-
parsecs.
well,
Maybe
no.
he's into his quest now. It's basically like he's into his quest.
He's
It's
into
got to
his-
be a
Let's just
few
keep- let's
months
just keep going.
later. A few months,
Yeah.
I would say.
But for us, time-wise, it's like it's starting right off from season 1.
Yeah.
for
yeah,
us.
exactly.
And I think that's nice because we're right into it. It's a cold open. We don't
Yeah.
need to know what happened in
Yep.
between this time. It's like, okay, this is the next mission. This is the next thing we need to figure
There's
out.
definitely some good reveals in the middle. There's definitely
Oh,
some good
yeah.
reveals at
Yeah.
the end. There's
Some
there's all the
fantastic
good
reveals.
stuff that
Mhm,
you wanted to see.
It-
I feel like everything that I wanted to see and I didn't even know.
yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
been
Right.
so
I
many
didn't
rumors.
even know I wanted that.
There've been so many rumors,
yeah.
and you're like, I don't want to believe any of it because it's all
Right.
lies until it's true.
Yeah, and it added a lot
And
to
then
the
it
lore
became-
of Star
And
Wars.
It did.
I'm not going to
Yeah.
spoil anything, but there is one big reveal in this,
Big.
which
Yes.
Ooh,
it
yeah.
almost is as
That's a
big
good one.
as Baby Yoda in the first one.
Babs Yoder.
The first
Wow,
episode
you're
has
right.
a big
Yeah.
reveal, and then this one has a big reveal that I think is going to have a overarching
Yes.
theme to
Okay.
this season.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
great way to end the non-spoiler section
Yep.
Woo!
of
End it.
Mandalorian
You want to give our
Chapter
just our
9
quick
talk.
overall excitement
Opinion.
level opinion on it? Let's like rate it.
I can't
Oh,
even describe in words. I'm wee.
That's
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't wait to watch it again. That I watched
Yeah.
it late at night. I couldn't wait to watch it again. The first time when I woke up in the
I
morning, I
wanted
put it
more.
on again. Yeah,
I wanted more
Yeah.
too.
I was
I'm
like,
I just want to
oh,
watch that
man.
beginning again. I want to watch the ending again. I want to
Yeah.
watch all of that goodness.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I'll
10
say-
out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
11 out of 10.
I'll say 5 Wookiees out of 5 Wookiees.
5 Wookiees out of
5 Wookiees out of
By the
5.
way,
This table.
before
Wookiee
we
human
switch over into the
hybrids.
spoiler section, Alisand did confirm with us the name of a Wookiee and a human.
Oh, really?
It's a woman.
A
Two
woman.
O's. Two O's.
A woman.
I don't get it.
What
Oh,
if it's not a? What if it's not a female?
Oh,
So-
a woman.
Well, I
you
don't
didn't
know.
tell me we were talking about a woman.
if you know that movie,
Yeah, if you know that
you'll get,
reference, you get brownie points.
Yeah, you get brownie
They
points.
mean nothing.
You get
Brownies.
Wookiee points.
And I still don't know
Everything's
who you
Wookiee
are.
today because they helped us.
You
with
get
this table.
Wookiee cookies.
Yeah, we got
Talk like a
Wookiee.
You talk like a
Shakiki.
Wookiee.
Shakik Wood right off of
It's like somebody getting scared and they're like, Shakik. It's like a Jawa getting frightened. Shakik.
That's what all the creatures say before Rando Mando.
Yep.
When they see Rando Mando, they're just like Shakik,
Shakik.
and then he
They actually want to say more, but
and then
that's
he
as much
disintegrates
as they
them.
get out.
Right,
All right,
Rando.
so here we go.
Oh.
Spoilers. Mando,
Rando
season
gets
2, chapter 9.
All right, spoilers.
Did you hit the spoiler button?
We're warning you.
Oh shoot, we don't have the spoiler button.
Oh, goodness.
You want to do it?
Spooky.
Oh, it's in the
Spoilers.
comments.
In the
but
comments.
if people are watching, I mean, if you're
Hits.
listening,
S-
We're
if you're
going into
listening,
spoilers. This is your last
SPOIL.
chance to turn away.
Alert.
I'm assuming if you're listening to this,
Oh,
you've already
yes.
seen it. But maybe you haven't.
Yeah.
Maybe you're off world somewhere.
Maybe they
and you
just
haven't
like
had a chance.
listening to us talk.
Maybe they just don't
Maybe
give
it's
us.
soothing.
Listen to the sultry
Maybe they don't give a
sounds of
Kashyyyk.
my voice.
I just want to see more Kashyyyk. Yeah.
Shakiki.
So if you haven't seen it yet, go and watch the episode and then
Yeah.
come back to this review and have a discussion with us.
Yeah, please
You
do.
can always put
Yeah.
it down in the comments afterwards. We will always comment back. If you comment in the YouTube comments, we will
Yes.
comment back to you guys.
And we will be trying to post. We might even record tonight a afterthoughts of a little more in depth. But we're going to be posting some
more
extra
in-depth.
content in between these live shows.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're gonna dig it. You're gonna dig it,
baby.
But new set, new season. Season 2 spoiler talk is going live right about.
Spoiler alert.
We're going for about 10 or 15 minutes.
10
We're
or
gonna jump
15
into this
minutes.
thing.
Yep.
All right, jump on
Ready?
in, Dusty boy.
Here it goes.
All We're almost there.
All right, it's on the screen. So
right.
It's actually spoiler alert.
If they just happen, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It's a half a T.
Spoiler alert.
All right, and here
Spoiler.
we.
Oh.
All right, Joe, so what did you think?
I love
About-
it.
Man, that was
Do you want to
great.
go straight into that, or do you want to
Holy-
lead up to it?
Cannolis.
Holy guacamole. We've got chips.
We watched somebody walk into a cantina.
Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
We're not going straight
Oh, yeah. No,
into-
yeah. We'll go.
not the big one, but
The
the
bi-
halfway
the
one.
s-
I
The
want
halfway
something to
reveal?
go first.
Okay.
The fight in the beginning was awesome. I
Yeah.
didn't want to go into
Yes.
more. They walk right into that settlement, the
Gamorreans.
lights, and then all the red eyes. That was creepy as hell.
Yeah.
was
What
pretty
were
creepy.
those? Do you know?
I think
They're dogs of
there
some
was
sort.
some sort of hounds. It's
Yeah.
an alien species of hounds. I'm not sure what they
Hounds.
are.
Bite,
I
bite.
watched a video on where they were going way more in depth into stuff, and it was really fascinating, actually, as to what everything was. But the guy who played the evil villain, the Cyclops guy,
Yeah.
I'm not sure his species.
Cyclops.
That was played by John Leguizamo. Is that how you say
John
it?
Leguizamo.
Funny is
Sid the
he-
Sloth?
Yeah, he plays Sid the Sloth.
He played the bad
Wow.
guy
He
in
also-
in the fighting ring area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
he was
bad
the
guy,
one-eyed
which
dude?
didn't sound like him at
One-eyed
all.
man.
I didn't.
It
I
was
was
funny.
like, it was almost like Favreau-y at first.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, nah, it's not Favreau. And then it was
It
like
can't
somebody else that
be.
I thought I'd heard somewhere. So that must be it.
But that was a really
Oh, I
cool
didn't know that.
sequence. That intro sequence
Yes.
Yeah.
going into and the Rocky themed fight between
Dun,
the
dun, dun, dun,
Gamorreans.
dun, dun,
I just
dun.
like the walking, the ship flying.
I don't even
Yeah.
need action. I just
That was
walking.
it. It's like, okay, thank you. They
Yeah.
didn't try to outdo themselves
Yeah.
and do something crazy.
Well, they give it time
But
to
they totally,
breathe.
they
too.
totally did
Yeah.
That's
outdo
the other
themselves.
thing.
That's the thing.
This episode is long, but they give time for things to breathe.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
have setup. And
Well,
that's
this is what we
what's nice
wanted
in
in
a TV
season
show.
1. We were like, that was only like 33 minutes. Why didn't
Yeah.
I? I want like 20 more minutes of them
Exactly.
just walking around. And people were like,
Yeah.
this whole season he just walks everywhere. But who cares?
It's the walking simulator.
Well, they should show a
Because it's
lot more
interesting.
establishing shots, which I like. They take the time for it to breathe. And in
Yeah.
a TV show, you have that time. You don't have to rush through everything like a movie.
Right.
And it's nice because it sets up the pace. Whenever you need to slow things down and give it time to breathe, you have that time. But whenever you want to go into action, boom, you're into things. It's going
Yeah.
fast. It's
Boom.
quick. Yeah. So
Boom,
I really
explosion.
like that. The setup. There was graffiti on the
Graffiti.
walls.
Yes.
It was super cool.
Yes, there's probably
Um,
something hidden in there.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of
There's a
stuff,
lot
and
of
you know
stuff,
the
yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
what's his name? One of the artists, the main artist at
ILM.
ILM. What's
ILM.
his name? Oh shoot,
I don't know.
Chan or something.
Jackie Chan?
No, not Jackie Chan.
Channy Jack?
He's like the lead graphic artist.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
I know what
Okay.
you're
He's
talking
the
about.
one who actually came in
Mm-hmm.
and put in that. It was his idea for the graffiti and stuff like that. They're like, why don't we never see graffiti?
Woo?
No,
No, it's,
no.
it's one of the other guys in that. He was there with Lucas, wasn't he? There when Lucas was there.
Yeah, he did. He helped
Yeah.
with the prequels, so
George
he kind of
Lucas.
took over
Yeah.
from the famous artist who did the original trilogy. Oh man,
Yep.
no. Fact checker's giving us a bunch.
Whoa,
of
2 spoiler alerts.
double spoiler alert.
Double spoilers.
Anyway, I don't want to waste time,
No,
but
I did it.
anyway, I thought the graffiti was good. That fight in there was awesome. It was cool to see Gamorreans fighting. It was a totally
Gamorreans?
different Gamorreans fighting. It was totally different.
Yeah.
Nope.
Stop
he's
saying
got,
names.
Like, it's like Chan or something like that. is his
Chan.
last name, I
Jackie
believe.
Chan, I'm telling
It's
you.
not Jackie Chan.
He is a martial artist and also a graphic artist.
graphic artist, and he looks totally different when he does either.
Charmaine.
Yeah.
Champagne.
So yeah,
Chan.
but that was really cool. And that fight though with
Isn't
the
it
whistling
Doug
birds,
Chang or something
Doug
like
Chan,
that?
yeah, Doug
Doug
Chan.
Chang!
Yeah, I think that's what
Doug
it is.
Chan, I think is his name. Doug Chan.
Is it Chang or Chan?
Chang or Chan? I don't
Do you-
remember.
do you-
Chang
I
or
wonder if
Chan.
he-
But he's the graphic artist. He did the prequels, and he did a fantastic job with the
Yeah.
graffiti or bringing in people to do the graffiti. I thought that was
Yeah.
a nice touch.
Mhm,
It looked
mhm,
different. We saw it in Rebels because she was kind of a great graffiti artist in Rebels, and I almost wondered if
that's
that
what
is a tie-in.
I agree.
Who was?
Is what's her name?
Sabine.
Sabin?
and she is
She's
a
a Mando.
Mandalorian.
She had
Sabine?
the dark saber.
She
Snap,
had the
snap.
dark saber.
You know,
Gasp.
You know who directed this episode?
No, I don't
Sabine.
know actually.
John Favreau.
John
Oh.
Favreau actually directed it, and it is
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Anyway, so that whole opening sequence was
Yes.
awesome. I loved it. The whistling birds, the action sequence.
Yep.
It wasn't very long. I mean, mostly because of the whistling birds. But when he pulled out that vibroblade
Yeah.
again,
Yep.
took out his brag, took out other.
the vibroblade
Took
that
out
we always
two
wanted to do. That
Zabraks.
I
Yeah.
could probably do it now.
I
But,
could do it now.
but were those Gamorreans blades vibrating as well?
There was some sort of like pulse blades or something like that. I don't know if there
Was
were,
that based on the video game? Because yeah, when they hit,
it was almost like
it was
force
blue.
field.
And it was
stuff.
almost like they were like, it reminded me of like vibroblade,
It might have been some sort
like
of
axes.
But
Yeah.
I think it was more of like a pulse weapon. So whenever
Okay.
you,
Pulse.
it's supposed to be so that they're not lethal.
They're not like chopping their head
Yeah,
off.
exactly. It's supposed to be
It's
so
the
whenever you hit
impact.
together, it takes away a little bit more of the
Yeah.
impact. So it's less than
Okay.
lethal a lot
That
of
makes
ways.
that makes
Or
sense. That way
or
they
it,
can fight
or it
again.
might be enhancing some of their natural strength because Gamorreans are very strong.
Very
Oh,
strong.
yeah.
So it might just to put them even make it more entertaining.
I mean, that was a cool thing to see in the Star Wars universe. It's,
Yeah.
it's new. You know?
Gamorrean fights.
Yeah,
Place your bets.
yeah, and
Except
how we
that guy was pretty bad.
yeah he
Yeah,
was
like,
for sure.
You take bets,
And how we
Mando.
and also that scene also set up how rare Beskar is because he
Yeah.
just wanted the Beskar from
Yep.
He
Mando.
was freaking out about the best guy.
And also shows how rare just Mandalorians in general are. Nobody knows at this
Yep.
point, or at least certain areas of the galaxy, where the heck the Mandos are, which is interesting. And I think they're going to play into that a lot.
It's
in this season.
extremely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because that leads us to he finally gives him the answer as to he only
Yeah.
knows one.
As
And
Luke
he's-
says, Tatooine.
Tatooine.
As he says
Yeah.
it in the end of Empire Strikes Back.
I get in
Meet
this,
you on Tatooine.
in this episode, I think they said Tatooine 3 different ways. Like each character who said
Yeah.
Tatooine said it differently.
But you know, when I say, some people say Texas, some people say Texas.
I was like, how are you gonna say
Tejas.
this differently?
Tejas.
Anyway, I don't want to
you
run
say
through the
tomato,
whole
I say
Texas.
Texas.
Texas. I don't want to run through the whole episode, but that was a good
Oh,
opening
boy.
sequence.
It was amazing. And
then
then
we
the
have-
guy-
Opening sequence.
I heard somebody else saying that, is the reminder of how dangerous the Mando really is. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to
Ugh.
make him angry. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, you don't want to make
We're going
Mandos
to buy the mount. clip
angry.
mounts.
Right,
Mandos get
Because
angry.
they get angry, and they are not afraid to hurt somebody.
They also pay very
Poke,
close
poke, poke.
attention. Ah, there he is.
He's
bored of us.
Yeah.
I was trying to poke it.
He's
poke
probably
it while I
dying
wasn't paying
back
attention.
there. His
'Cause he left
respirator's
that
not
guy.
working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
He didn't. He's like, he
He
said,
held-
"You
he
will
kept
not."
his
He's like,
word.
you won't die by
You heard
my
me say
hand.
that, die by my
Yeah,
hand.
you
I'm
won't
like,
die.
he's gonna.
And he's
Yeah,
like,
and then he's like, left some.
let me go. He's like,
him
that
to
wasn't
the-
part of the deal. Shoots the light out.
How many people did
Don't
Mando fight off? Like 10?
A lot.
A lot.
Because there was like
A whole cantina full of.
there was like 4 or 5 of them around
Full of
when
5.
they just turned on him.
The whistling bird. You mean
Yeah.
that whole, yeah.
That whole fight, yeah.
And
they all had
then,
guns on them.
Like 3 more came out of the woodwork.
Also, how adorable was it whenever
He's like,
Baby Yoda just
That's one of those
Going
scenes
to
in
the
the
thing.
trailer that
Yep.
was
so good.
just as good to see live.
They also
in
had
It was.
the
Twi'leks
show.
again. I like seeing a Twi'lek.
Right.
It
Yeah,
reminded
yeah,
me
yeah.
of Jabba's palace.
Yep.
It's a Zabrak fight.
It was a
Enjoy
back.
the
It was
fight.
Gamorreans. That's the other thing I love about this show. It's like
Yeah.
they bring back a lot of characters that you know and love, and it makes it feel so much more Star Wars. They add in new
new
species as
characters.
well,
New
which I almost want to
species.
see some more new species because I feel like they
Species.
haven't done a lot. They do play a lot on the older ones, which is fine. I actually prefer the. I would rather see all the older species from the original trilogy than all new ones because it's
Yeah.
like this doesn't
Yeah.
feel like the same galaxy. I think that's part of the problem with the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, great first sequence, lots of great things, some
Yep.
fun Easter eggs, and then we move to Tatooine, and man, does it
Tatooine.
just get crazy? Some
Tatooine.
awesome
Oh, man.
establishing shots.
Yeah.
I would say I like what they did, and it's cool, and I think they had to go back there, but I almost
Yeah.
wish that we wouldn't have gone there for season 1, but I see now how they were setting it up.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to
It's a
know
good
if they
setup.
would resolve what they set up kind of in season 1,
Yeah.
but then he kind of results in season 1, but they didn't. They kind of left us hanging. And we're like,
Yep.
oh, come on, bro.
Yeah.
We heard the jingling. We heard the jingling in episode
Yes.
5 or something. It was most people's least favorite because of the directing. Unfortunately, that was Dave Filoni's directorial kind of debut, I believe.
Well,
Oh, no, not his debut, but he wrote that one. And so some people were kind of like, it's too much fan service.
Yeah.
Going back to the cantina. Here's this.
Yeah.
I
Here's
think
that.
our biggest qualm was it just felt like it should
was
have been
dragging.
animation.
Yeah.
If it would have played perfectly in animation.
Yeah.
I just felt live action
live, it was
wasn't
a
the
little-
strongest.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad because now we know why. That's the other thing though. I think it wasn't just a throwaway episode. It felt a little bit more like a throwaway episode in some ways because it kind of just took us off the path and then we got back on the path
Yep.
type situation. So that's why it wasn't our favorite for me. And it was a little too fan service and it just didn't fit right.
Right,
I
yeah.
feel like with the original trilogy.
Well, and they had a throwaway character
Yeah,
'cause he
two
died.
throwaway
was like,
characters.
what's the point of
There's
that?
2 throwaway characters. I feel like in that
It's like,
one.
why would you build this guy up and then he dies?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that.
Like,
in
come
some
on.
ways too, but
Allison was on my same wavelength. She said tomato Or tomato.
Texas.
Tomatoween.
Potato.
Tomatoween. Oh my
Tomatoween. Tomato, potato.
That's what I
tomato,
was looking
potato.
for right there. That's right there.
Right,
That's Texas.
right there. Texas.
Yeah, so Tatooine's awesome.
Yeah, bring it.
It's cool that we go back there and we go back to the same lady that we saw, which I think
Yeah.
she's fine. She's funny to me.
Yeah, she's kind of overdoing it.
It's
a little
overdoing
bit.
it a little bit. It's a little goofy.
She's talking
but
about how
it
slow
all-
the droids are, and I
Yeah.
was like, that.
Like
why?
the
That's like
the
forced,
dialogue,
trying
directing,
like
and that.
forcing a laugh. I
Yeah,
was like, you didn't need to do that.
She's a little over the top. I
Yeah.
do have to agree. But you know what? It kind of brings a different feeling to the show. So it works okay. And I like the fact that they showed the character growth for Mando whenever they talk about robots, because she's like, oh, you like robots. You don't mind
Oh,
robots.
he likes you
He
now.
likes you. He
Yeah.
likes
You're
robots.
right. You're right.
When they're
Which
taking
is
the
because
stuff
the character
apart.
is the character development
Oh, boy.
from season one.
Season
He
one
hated
from
robots,
IG-11
Yeah.
but
because of
IG-11 kind of
Robots.
changed his mind.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And then they're taking stuff apart. And
Well, Babs Yoder's changing his mind.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
it's cool to see character growth.
Yeah,
That's what you
Yoder.
want to see in a story. You
Yeah.
want to see character growth.
Oh, you
Yeah.
want to see it?
but
That's
then-
what makes things interesting. If they never learn anything and they're just fantastic at everything, what's the point of watching the show?
Yeah.
Exactly.
make it
Mary
interesting.
Sue.
Anyway, so let's get to the other spoilers. Okay, so he goes out to this unknown place, which is
Moss.
Pelgo, Mos
Pelgo.
Pelgo, which isn't on the
Pelgo.
map, which is kind of funny because Camino wasn't on the map either, and it could tie in kind of with
Yeah.
that. There's some weird stuff going on in
Palpatine.
some ways.
And he goes into this amazing cantina,
Yep.
It's,
and
it's
He's looking
very
for a
Western. This
Mandalorian.
whole episode is super Western. It's probably the
Super.
most Western.
super duper
Super
Western.
duper.
Super Western.
And I like how they stayed with the Western motif. And
Right.
what a better place than to
Texas.
go back to Tatooine and do
Tatooine.
some
Go back.
Western.
Go
Now we're
back
just
to
saying
Texas.
Tatooine every time.
Tatooine.
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 Hey,
Tatooine.
hey, in this era,
Tatooine.
Luke could stop by.
He could.
I'm hoping they bring in a
Han could
cameo
stop
at least.
by.
yeah.
Lando could stop by.
Sebastian Stan.
Or somebody dressed in a certain armor could stop by.
Yeah, which
Oh.
happens.
That's yeah.
So let's just get into that
Let's
because
do it,
we have
yeah.
a lot of cool things to talk about.
Yeah, we only got like 5 minutes
We
left.
got
of the
5 minutes left, so we
non-spoiler.
gotta
Yeah.
we gotta
We got to get through
this.
it. We got to get through it.
We're trying to condense things, so we're
Right.
not the greatest at it. So bear with us.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We're not the greatest.
No, it's awesome because Cobb Vanth. So
Cobb Vanth.
a Mandalorian walks in. He's called the Marshal.
Yeah.
He walks in wearing none
Boba-
other than
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett's
Boba Fett.
armor.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
But you can tell it doesn't fit him right. That's the thing. Right off
Yeah,
the bat,
it was
they
kinda
made
goofy.
it so it didn't really fit him right.
Yeah. Like, man,
Yeah.
that guy's skinny.
That was the point. I knew it was Boba
Yeah.
Fett's armor right from the
I knew it
bat.
was the armor right away.
You can't mistake it.
But, yeah.
Come
It
on.
was
Is
a
that
little
even a
worn.
question?
Had
It
the
was a
dent.
little weathered.
It looked different for the fact
Yeah.
that it did look like it had some more scoring and some melt. Like
Yeah.
it looked,
Yes.
it like
And
through
it
a
looked like
big-
the paint
through a
fell
Sarlacc
off.
pit.
I
lot.
liked how how they added the jingling sound.
Yeah.
When he first came in
Jingle,
the door,
jingle.
they're letting you know that if you heard that sound,
Did he have the jingle sound?
it was really
Maybe.
early on that I was like,
A little
Oh,
bit.
Maybe he did.
because I was like,
I
is
don't
this
think he did.
another Boba? But the
Boba.
sound at one point gave it away that this is the exact sound that they played at the end of that one episode 5 or 6 in season 1.
I don't-
Chapters.
Was it?
Oh yeah,
Maybe.
the sound was.
See, I thought
there
it
at
was
some
from,
point.
I thought it was a jingle that you heard from a character that shows up at the very end of this episode. I don't think it was from Cobb Vanth. I think it was from
Oh yeah, it could be
a
that
character
too.
at the end of the episode that was making that sound.
Yeah.
Maybe it's both. Who knows?
Jingle, jingle.
Jingle,
But
jingle. You may be right.
I
But I
don't-
remember there was a
Maybe
particular
right.
jingle that was the exact same jingle
Yeah.
from season 1, chapter 5. Well, I think it was 5 or 6. 5.
Five.
Yeah.
It was 5.
That was the
4 was
Yeah.
the
Tatooine
green
one.
planet.
Green-
5
five
was
was-
Tatooine.
Yep.
6 was the heist.
red.
7 was back on
Navarro.
the end of Quill.
Navarro.
8 was the end of IG-11.
Yep. And
It's pretty
That's how
depressing.
Dan. That was like
That's
You
how
meet
Dan-
IG
The
in
end.
1,
The
and
end.
you meet
That's
Quill.
how Dan remembers things. It's
Yeah.
almost like Steve Carell's character from The Office.
right, yeah.
How he remembers people. That's horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but anyway, that's funny. That's the funny thing about Star Wars. It comes down to small little minute things like
Yeah.
the sound of somebody walking.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we're freaking out about who that is. We're like, no, it's this character.
Right.
That's
They
how
don't
that-
even show it.
That's
They
the fun
just
thing about Star Wars
listen
done
to the
right.
sounds.
You can go into all those details.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And it could mean
You may
so-
dispense with the pleasantries, Commander. I'm here to put you back on schedule.
All right,
Like,
back
who
on
in the
schedule.
who in the world doesn't know that sound?
Right.
That voice.
Oh,
You know
that
what I mean?
voice. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
a prime example of sound. in
Also, I
Star
think you
Wars.
could just play the play the feet.
Breathing.
No, just the feet.
Oh, of Darth Vader
and,
walking.
and maybe even the music in the background, and they'll be like, "That's from Star Wars." I don't know where,
It's true.
but it's from Star Wars.
Right, exactly.
100%.
So anyway, back to the show though. This is awesome. Cobb Vanth walks in. I liked his super Western getup.
Yep.
It looks awesome, and I really like the guy. The actor, he's
Timothy
such
Oliphant?
Timothy Oliphant. Every time I see him, I just think
Yeah.
he does a great job.
I've never seen him in anything, so I had no
He's been
reference.
in
Really?
a few. He's
Yeah.
been in a few
been
big
in a lot.
movies.
Oh,
Gone
but
in
he's-
They're a hip kids.
Gone in 60 Seconds. He was in the Hitman movie. As,
He was gone
as
in 60
Hitman.
Seconds?
Yeah, he was the other cop. Which is kind of funny.
yeah.
It was kind of earlier on, but he's
That's
very
right.
Western. He kind of reminds me of like a younger Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could definitely play a Clint Eastwood.
I didn't
type
mind him.
character.
Yeah, I thought he did
Yeah.
a pretty good job. Not having a
Fact checking.
Fact
fact
checker
checking.
is fact checking.
Yeah.
The jingle.
When Timothy Oliphant comes in, he's
Yeah.
jingling,
That's what I thought.
and then at the end they say it's just footsteps.
Oh.
I think it was Timothy Oliphant.
yeah.
That's who they're giving.
No, I heard,
But that
I
would make
heard an
sense.
in-depth
Could be
review
both.
where somebody pulled up the audio for the end, and there was a jingle. There was still a jingle at the end.
I think you're hearing things.
No. Well, okay. Well, either way, it's one of the two of them.
They made a decided jingle sound when
Right.
Oliphant walked in. And it was definitely the same
Okay, well, then
decided,
maybe
in my opinion.
maybe what I was listening to could have been mistaken, but
Maybe not, but or maybe not. But I thought that I like how they were
it
in
would make
the,
sense. But
Yeah. Yeah.
which would mean that Timothy Oliphant's character is more. There's something else. It almost sounds like Timothy Oliphant's characters could have something else going on with him. Because
I think he's tight with the other reveal.
I don't know if he's tight with the other reveal.
You don't
I
think
think
so?
he might play into the larger Moff Gideon situation.
That could be.
potentially.
I think we're going to see him again.
I hope so because I really liked him in this.
How are we going to do a 15? We got like 3 minutes left of this
Yeah.
non-spoiler.
Well, we gotta get through it.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe we do an extended non-spoiler review that we'll upload to the channel.
Well, we'll get through it now. And
No, I don't think.
Yeah.
We can do it, but
We
I'm
can
saying
do it.
we
Let's
can't
just-
go
Yeah.
through every moment.
no, that's
but
what I'm saying. We're just
No.
we just want to get to the
Just
highlights.
highlights.
Yeah, yeah.
Timothy Oliphant's
And the
character was
lowlights.
fantastic.
Low light.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Stay on target.
Look what this looks like in the low light.
Yeah, I got.
It's like one of those restaurants you go in and you're blindfolded and it's all dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Allison commented too.
It's really hard to
Yep,
read.
I thought for being small, yeah, the small desolate town, the buildings and the people looked awfully tidy and well kept.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was
agree.
weird.
It was
Yeah.
kind of clean, kind of polished. Looked like a brand new set
mean,
that they just built. But
It looked also
we
like
lost the light behind us.
like a Western town
back.
that was still proud of their city for the
Yeah.
most part. You know, they took
And
care of each
there's
other. And there was the
sand.
awesome cameo in that. There was
Yeah. Sam Witwer.
Sam Witwer was one of the characters.
I think I
walking.
know who it is. It's the guy with the long hair.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
And he's like carting something.
yeah, he's carting
and
something.
he like look.
if
he
you don't
looks
know who
at
that
him.
is, he is
The
Wait,
voice of
Sam
Maul.
Witwer was
Sam
in this?
Witwer
Oh
was in
my
it as a
goodness.
cameo. So I'm hoping that they're going to bring him back as an actual character because if they got him on
I
set
mean, come on, you
for
have
this,
to.
why in the heck are they not giving him a lead?
Yeah.
He played the voice of Darth Maul
Yeah.
in the Clone Wars.
Also
he also
in,
played Force Unleashed. He was
Starkiller.
in the Force Unleashed.
well, I feel like
He
you wouldn't
knows
have
more
him on set as an extra rando
Brando.
Mando.
if he wasn't there for
Rando.
other purposes.
Yeah.
So they may go back to this set. They may
Yes.
revisit. That may be right.
So I
didn't know that was him though. That's
That is
interesting.
him.
That's a good
Which
one.
it just makes me so excited that I think he was there shooting something else and they just threw him in as an
Wow.
extra.
I think
in the
you're
scene.
right. Yeah. That's what
So
I'm saying.
I'm really
yeah.
hoping something big is coming with his character, and I hope they give him a lead character.
Here's the thing, Cobb Vanth, real quick.
Yeah.
He was
Let's do
in
it.
books.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was in the Aftermath series.
You've talked about him an infinite amount of times.
Infinitesimal,
We've talked
yes.
about it on the show.
Yeah.
Is Boba Fett alive? Could it be Cobb Vanth? Is it the Princess Bride theory where it's the Dread Pirate Roberts?
Right.
Somebody gonna be
Right.
wearing the armor. Blah blah blah. He walks in within like 10 seconds, takes off his helmet. He's like, "Hi, I'm Cobb Vanth."
Right.
Yeah, he says he's
Like-
not a Mando.
Right.
He's not an actual Mandalorian.
So that
That's why they
answered,
call
like,
him the Marshal.
How many years of questioning
All right.
Right off the
Since-
bat.
since the Return of the Jedi in 1983?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like here we are, season 2. I mean, this is what people wondered.
Where's
in
his
season 1,
armor?
would we see Boba Fett in season 1?
Right.
What other bigger thing
Right.
could they have done for the Mandalorian than to answer the question of is Boba Fett alive? And they don't do it right away, and I'm not going
Right.
to say
And
it
but
yet.
that is
But-
epic. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
They bring back the armor, which is awesome. Which is a sign that maybe he was digested, and he spit out the armor because the armor is super durable, so it's always going to survive for the most part. But it was funny how they showed that, and they did a little bit of backstory showing how he got out of town. That was an awesome sequence, actually, with all of that.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of shadiness to Cobb Vanth, to be honest, in the books.
Yes.
Okay.
He's like a hero, but an anti-hero. He plays in the gray a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
All right,
He's
interesting.
not bad, but he's not the greatest. So,
But having not read the book,
that was the biggest.
Yeah.
That was the first time that we had gone back to Tatooine, though, in that book, that Aftermath book, and they said he was wearing a set of Mandalorian armor that was acid. It looked like it had acid on it.
But that's
and all
new
that
canon.
stuff.
That's considered
That was
new canon.
So they actually brought him into live action, which works really well.
Okay, good.
And I'm
Except
glad
he
they
looks
brought him
kinda
in, and I'm
dorky.
glad it's Timothy Olyphant because I think he played it perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see that whole backstory. And whenever he got the armor, I mean, he was a boss.
Yeah.
He almost
Oh, yeah.
died, and then he comes back with the armor and it's just like, you're all dead.
All right.
Yeah.
He blew them all away.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was skilled.
Which
Clearly
shows
he's
the
a
tech,
gunfighter.
Which shows the tech of
Yeah.
the Mandalorian armor.
Yeah, once he figured out how to use it, that missile. I
Right.
mean,
It was
obviously,
so
that's
cool.
like an epic
Yeah.
moment.
And seeing the actual scanner in use.
Constantly
It's just
going,
like, shoop.
That was so
Yeah.
cool to see. That's
Yeah.
why Rando Mando has one as well.
Yep.
He blows
Can you
stuff
move it
up.
on?
He blows
on
stuff
command?
up.
Oh,
We tried
yep.
that one time, and it
Oh, that's
sometimes
right. It
ends
does
in
move, but
failure.
We went to Fade to Black because it was horrifying.
It was funny, but horrifying.
Yeah. Don't show it.
So we're still spoiling the episode. Cobb Vanth was in it.
Yep.
It was epic.
the
Sarimoto
biggest
did
thing-
say,
sorry, go ahead.
I love the episode. It was so epic and felt so Mandalorian. Amazing adventure with some super cute moments, too, like Baby Yoda seeing the attack coming and shutting his eggshell for
Yeah.
sure.
That was
Yeah,
and then he shows up inside the bowl after the
Yeah,
crate
the
dragon
crate
goes
dragon.
by.
Yeah.
I'm just so happy they brought the crate dragon in.
Right,
Crate
yeah.
That is
dragon.
one of the
Holy
coolest
smokes.
things that I've always wanted
Yeah.
to see. And that's also because of the book series the book I listened to called Kenobi.
Kenobi. I
And
listened to that one,
Kenobi.
too.
It's such a
Yep.
good book.
Yep.
I wish they would just do that
Kenobi.
as a movie.
Me too. But
Right.
this kind of took some of the steam out of that a little bit. They kind of like did some of the things they would have
They
done in
did a little
Kenobi.
bit.
How much interaction did we get for the first time with the Sand People?
Yeah.
They
Right.
did that in Kenobi a lot.
Yeah.
You
They
realize the Sand People, that was the first time that I had experienced it, that the Sand People had like classes and they had like, a power structure.
Yeah.
And they weren't
Yeah.
just wild,
Wild
whatevers.
raiders.
Yeah, which took away some of the mystery, I feel like, in this episode of
Sand People.
the Sand People. They weren't as like warrior crazy, like scary as they
Yeah.
are in the original trilogy. But it makes sense in some way still. Yeah, the wolf, yeah.
Yeah.
And that plays into canon because in episode 2,
Wolves.
Anakin kills the wolves and then kills all the
Not just the
sand
men.
people. Maybe
But the
that's what
women.
put the
And the children, too.
oh my goodness.
Because the Sand People, those are the ones that eliminated his mama
Yeah, they took her prisoner. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
she just died.
of a broken heart.
No, it
yeah.
wasn't-
She was tortured, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah, it was dark. It was
What-
a dark time.
Dark times.
If all
So
the dark
that's the
times.
thing though. It's like
For the Empire.
That happens in Clone Wars?
no,
Or
no,
Clone Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the
Attack of the
Clones.
Clones.
Because
Yeah.
we're up on that one next. Like, we're going to watch that one soon.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
oh for
With the
yeah,
little
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
With
the
the
little
little
one.
one.
So, I don't know. That's pretty intense, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing though. It's like, I guess Mando is, since he speaks their language and actually has spent some time
Yeah.
with them,
Which
it
I
makes
thought
sense
was
that they're
interesting.
more befriending him. There's also a theory that one of the I'll talk about it later actually, but I sorry I'm remembering something, but it kind of took away a little bit of the mystique of how scary they can be.
Yeah.
Right.
Other than the fact
They're
that
still
they do talk
they're
about
still scary.
They do talk about the tension between the people in Mos Pelgo and
Yep.
the Tuskens.
And the
Yeah.
Tuskens.
And what happened?
And-
there was definitely
yeah.
something sketchy that went on between them with Cobb Vanth,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he killed a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Let's just say
Okay.
that. And the Tuskens took out. It was a
Right.
pretty big skerfuffle.
We like skerfuffles.
Yeah.
Mando loves a good skerfuffle.
So it's cool. And so the crate dragon shows up. I love seeing the crate dragon. It totally reminded me of Dune.
Dune.
It was so
That's the
Dune.
first thing I thought. I was like, I just need some spice now.
Yeah. right. You've
Yeah,
never
but it
seen
was
the Dune
Dune.
series.
I was like, did they just practice that animation? Because ILM did that for Dune, the movie coming out soon.
I wonder.
All right.
The That's not
Might
a bad
be.
idea.
They're just gonna reskin it.
At first, it looked super like a worm, but whenever it started coming out of the ground, I was
Yeah.
like, "There's the dragon." It definitely looks
Dragon?
like a dragon when it's out and about.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
other
Out
than
and
that, it was like a lot of suspense every time
Yep.
the ground started shaking. You're like,
Yeah.
snap! But it was cool. Even the Western motif with the local sheriff and like the local indigenous peoples working together
Yep.
for a common cause.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like
Super
a lot of
Western.
the samurai Western
Yeah.
style.
The hero shows up in town, has
Yeah.
to help the town,
Yeah.
Yep.
saves the day type situation.
Save the day.
I don't know. I liked, there was a lot of stuff happening there. It was a long part of the episode. Was them just like
Yeah.
Yeah. Preparing.
preparing, and then the battle, and
Yep.
then
Yeah.
They fought a crate dragon.
they fought the Great Dragon.
That was so cool. And that was a
With
cool
sand
intro
people.
into
Yeah.
the Crate Dragon. You were just like, what the heck is happening right now?
yeah.
Like, why is everything shaking?
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
'cause
see,
they're
like,
about to, like-
waves in the sand.
They're about
Yeah.
to like duel. In
That was
in the can.
awesome.
In
Oh,
the
that was
place.
it. Yeah, that was
That was
what
so cool.
started
And then
it.
he's
yeah.
just like,
But I like
Yeah.
that because they were like, "Are we gonna do this
It was a
now?"
total
Yeah, he's
Western
like-
Yeah, he's like,
sequence.
"There
In
was
front of the
perfect
kid?
Western." Yeah,
he's seen worse.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
funny. That was a good line.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because he wanted Cobb Vanth's armor because he wasn't a Mandalorian.
Yeah, because it's very disrespectful in the Mandalorian
Yeah.
culture to wear Mandalorian armor without being a Mandalorian,
Yeah.
or have gone through
And
the
That's true.
foundling.
You tell your
situation.
people, I wasn't the one that broke it.
That was a good line. Timothy
So what?
Oliphant.
So what happened if he had kept the helmet on? Could he have fooled Mando?
I don't know. It
I
would've-
think it would have came out
it would've- I
eventually
think he
that
would've
he's
figured it
not
out
a
eventually.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, because he would have asked him where
Well,
he's
and
from
it
and all
was-
this.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
because he
The-
would have asked him all the questions that he was going to ask.
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
the tension in that
would've
scene
known.
was great too
Okay.
because he was like fine, and then Cobb removed his helmet and he like stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mando stops and he's like, "What?"
he's like, wait a minute.
He's
It's
shocked.
like, now I got to kill you.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's like,
That's
He's
when
like, take off the armor.
"Yeah, that's
He's
like,
like,
the
I
first thing
just
we
wanted to
do."
get something to drink. Now I got
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
shoot you.
Right. I
make this quick.
guess.
Yeah.
All right.
It was cool to see that armor. It was
That'd be-
cool to see how it didn't fit him too. I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
That'd be a
whole
good question to
sequence.
ask. Like, who do you think would have won if they actually like drew on each other?
I think Mando would have won just for the fact that the armor covered him better.
I think Baby Yoda would have won because he
Baby
would have
Yoda.
stopped. He would have stopped Cobb
The
Vanth
bull-
before.
Both they shoot at the same time. He just stops the bolts
No,
right before they hit him.
He's like, boys,
Baby
let's
Swallow.
take this outside.
And then he speaks perfect basic.
Baby Yoda Swallow.
Baby Yoda swallow.
Oh my
Yeah.
gracious!
Yeah, it was
well,
good.
that's
And I like. Then they work with the Tuskens. It was
Yep.
cool. And then they get to the fighting the Crate Dragon. Man, that was epic.
Yeah.
a lot of. I was,
And
I was-
horrifying.
I was
Yes.
telling Steph, I'm like, that's a lot of special effects.
It was
Right.
That's
so much.
a lot of CG.
it
That's
looked so
and it looked
clean.
really
Mhm.
good. It was
Yeah.
film quality.
It was great.
Yeah, it was like
It was crate.
they really. I'm glad that they were able to film it when they filmed it before all the shutdown stuff, and they were
Yeah.
able to
Yeah.
just take a ton of time. It shows. And
That's probably what they did. They probably filmed it, and then shutdowns happened, and they're like,
They were like, well, I
we
guess
can fix this in post.
yeah, and yeah, it's true. And they
we'll
just
Yeah.
we'll just make the CGI fantastic
I
since
wanna
we're all working from home anyway.
See it
Yeah,
before
they
it's
just-
all like, like hand puppets and stuff. Like, "Rawr."
It's
This is
like-
where the crate dragon comes out.
It's like
Rawr.
episode 5,
Right.
the like puppet space monster.
Yep.
where-
yeah. It was gonna be like
It's just-
Jaws, where they were gonna have it in so many scenes, but the thing stopped working all the
Yeah.
time. So they just like play the music, and like the ground shakes, and
Yeah.
they're like,
Oh my
oh no.
yeah, exactly.
And this is how it goes, guys. Bah.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my
that
gosh.
fight was epic. I think it gets to my favorite part of the whole episode, which is when they're actually fighting the Crate Dragon. It's
Yeah.
coming out and crazy things are happening. I that crazy part whenever I thought he was gonna blow fire, but then he spits acid and just
Yeah.
like melts
It was
everything.
like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Oh, that was gross.
was
It
like,
was
but
cool to
dude,
see them both
nasty.
flying around on their jetpacks, though,
And
wasn't
that's
it?
the
Yeah.
part. That was
Okay,
my
okay.
favorite part of the episode.
I didn't mean
actually.
to steal your jetpack.
No, that's totally
thunder.
fine. It
Jetpack
was
thunder.
it was my ultimate favorite part of the episode because
Yeah.
they were flying around, shooting. It was that whole
Yeah.
sequence was so cool. I just
Totally.
love seeing that. I
Right.
don't know why, but it looked clean, and it makes sense for Mandalorians to be flying around using all their gear.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It was so
Honestly,
cool.
I wanted him to shoot him in the eye.
I
He
know.
never did.
You know they did. Technically, I think he got him in the eye when he shoots the rocket.
Okay, maybe
Remember
that
when
was
he gets
it.
his, he's like,
But like
get
when
his
they're
attention.
like right next to it,
I know.
it's like just shoot him in the eye,
think
and
they
it's
were
like
trying.
one bolt hits like really close, and I'm like, no, shoot him in the eye.
I think they were trying, but it was moving
But
around.
you guys saw
Yeah.
Tremors.
Tremors, yes.
It
They-
was like
they-
Shoot 'em in
they,
the
they,
eye.
They can sense you anyway. Even if you shoot them in the eye, they'll
Right,
find
yeah.
you. They can.
Well, and that's what they said too. They can sense the
Talk about a
vibrations
horrifying
in the
movie.
air. Because he said he was going to try and blow it up with his ship.
Yeah.
But they said it sensed the vibrations in the air, and then it goes under and goes away.
Yeah.
It just stays
in
under
some
until
ways
you
it's like-
leave.
Yeah, I don't know. How does it know that ship's coming to shoot it? I don't know.
Anything
Also-
under the sand is
Yeah.
like Tremors or Dune. you
Yeah.
know,
Also, speaking of
Great
Tremors,
Dragon.
I watched that when I was a kid,
And,
so it was
traumatized
like
you.
the worst
Tremors?
time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watched it when I was
That
young
movie
enough.
was
and
freaky.
It was
It
freaky.
was
Freaky as crap.
It was like Jaws, but on
Yeah.
land, which made it
Yeah.
even scarier because it's
Yeah.
like, at least with Jaws, you
He was
don't
in
have
the
to go
water.
into the water.
Yeah.
But if it's on land,
If it's
you're
on,
like,
you're like,
Yeah, well, you remember?
Uh,
as
well,
a
because
kid,
they could feel vibrations, so you're like,
you
you
stepped-
can't move, you
Yeah.
can't even breathe.
And then that got leveled up in Quiet Place. A Quiet Place.
I never
man.
watched that one. I
That
don't
is a
want to
good
watch that
movie.
one.
You
Okay,
gotta
you
watch
watch
that
it.
one.
A Quiet Place
Never.
2 should have been out by now. but
Never.
unfortunately,
That-
we
Oh, it
got-
never came out.
Well, shut down. It was supposed to literally come out the week that everything shut down.
yeah. It was super good. We're
Before we
gonna have
get
to
the
we're
shutdown.
gonna have to
Yeah.
watch that movie with Nick, and we're gonna do a review on it. That'd be awesome.
And I'm gonna be like, you must be completely quiet.
Yeah, so it was so cool to see
Yeah.
them, and they were working together with the Tuscans, which I liked seeing people
Right.
and Tuscans working together to take on a crate dragon. It was funny that the Tuscans had even studied the eating
Yes.
patterns and stuff
Right.
like that,
Yeah,
and then
like,
it
oh,
eats
yeah, we
the
gotta-
Tuscan. That was hilarious.
I know. I was like, oh man, poor Tuscan.
I know it was horrible, but it was fun.
Also, poor Banthas.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
No banthas were hurt in the making of this film.
I
Yeah,
hope
that
not.
was crazy.
I was like, wow,
Yeah.
they'd said, wow, a lot of them died.
Yeah, it was.
I'm trying to think of any other interesting things that happened in this fight. I
Uh,
think that when they were flying around was awesome. I loved seeing that.
Yep.
And one of the other things too, I love that they were consistent and they kept showing the Mando keep putting in the cartridges
yep. Mm-hmm.
because he was trying to use the disintegrator. He was
Yeah.
using the disintegrator gun to try and shoot the eye. I'm pretty sure to disintegrate its eye. And that was really cool to see. And then they just got out of there in time. Special effects were amazing.
Uh-huh.
The sound of the crate dragon is way more like the sound that Obi-Wan makes in the original.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
all
yeah.
it's that same screeching sound. It is
Yeah.
like they took the scream from the original
Which we
Obi-Wan.
really well emulated.
We
Yes, we
emulated the
did.
second one really well from the special edition.
Yeah.
It was the first one they used and I loved it. I
Yeah.
thought that was fantastic.
Mhm.
Yep. I'm like, wait, Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
He's here?
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan
here.
shows up as like a
Hello
a
there.
force
Yeah,
ghost.
right.
He's like a force
Hello
ghost.
there.
Hello there. He's like in the
Oh my
mouth of the
gosh.
crate dragon.
Yeah.
Hello there.
He does the scream.
Oh my gosh.
You have to clip the mic every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works, though. That's how you
Yeah.
have to get this out.
Oh my gosh.
Any other notable
funny.
things? Let's go to the last spoiler because we got to get through this.
The last spoiler, obviously, everybly was waiting for the
What a
most
coincidence.
Say it, Dan. Say
Spoiler
it.
alert, and then we'll shut the spoiler alert
Yeah.
off. But,
So,
it.
okay, to
Just say it.
preclude this, he takes Cobb Vanth's armor, which
Yeah.
is,
Because that was the deal they
Yeah.
set up.
yeah.
That was a
Tell you
interesting
people
deal.
I wasn't the one that broke it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
to get the armor, he made a deal with the Mandalorian
Yeah.
to kill the crate dragon. Then he gets the armor,
Yep.
which also shows that he really likes his town too, which is a good type of martial thing
Yeah.
to do. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, to save my people in this town and to have peace with the Tuscans, I'll give up this armor
Yeah.
and save my life a million times probably to save this whole town. It was a selfless act that I liked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still a deal, but it was good. And they
It
fought
was
well
epic.
together too.
They did.
Yeah, it was
really
cool to see them.
that.
And I
Big
hope
brothers,
they see
friends
each other
with you.
again.
And now they said, and how he said, "I hope our paths cross again." It was a cool
Yep.
line.
what do you think the odds are?
I think he's going to show
Never
up, but
tell
I
me
just
the
hope.
odds.
I hope it's not. I kind of
What
hope
if I
it's,
ask you the odds?
Never ask me questions I don't know the answer to.
Never tell me to answer a question.
Never tell me that. Never odd me to tell odd things.
Well, what'd you think about the big reveal at the end?
Yeah.
why don't you say it, Dan? You got to say
Hey,
who.
Dan,
showed
you
up at the
say
end.
it. Who
Since
was it?
1983, we
Yeah.
all
wondered, did Boba Fett survive the Sarlacc pit?
and we didn't know what his face looked like until,
Yeah. Until
The prequels.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
and so we know what his face looked like without the armor on.
Mhm,
We saw
mhm,
his
mhm.
armor on a human. We realized it was a different actor than played Boba in the prequels.
yeah.
And then at the very end of the episode, we get this Mando, right, speeding by on his speeder bike.
Yep.
And ba-boom, there's a nice, clean-shaven Tamura Morrison,
Yep.
Yep.
Boba Fett himself.
Boba
This
Fett!
epic,
Boba Fett.
epic
and
reveal.
Django. And Django.
What's that?
Yeah,
He played
plays
Django, too.
Django,
technically,
yeah.
but Boba Fett
And he
is
looks
a
like a
clone
lot of the
Django.
clones.
Yeah. The clones.
Yeah,
So we
It's
think
crazy.
it was. We're pretty sure it was
Yeah.
that's a
Boba Fett.
huge reveal. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
It's
like, That's
massive.
massive. That means Boba Fett's alive because there's
Yeah.
no way that that's Rex. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Dude, come on.
I
It
don't
could
think
be
so.
Could
Rex.
have been Rex, but
He had a
no,
beard.
It's Boba Fett.
Right, yeah.
Rex.
What would've
has
happened to the
white
Rex
But he
beard?
could have shaved in 5
Which
minutes.
I
but-
think
could've.
wouldn't it be hilarious if Rex does show up in this?
I think he will.
I think he will too.
I'd
Why
be
not?
awesome.
Because Tamora Morrison's there. He could play both of them.
Both parts.
He could play
Why not?
Rex and he
Right.
could play Boba Fett.
Yeah.
What if they meet in a scene?
And they're just like,
That'd be hilarious.
no.
There's just too many possibilities.
Yeah.
There's so many.
He looked pretty scarred up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
it
did.
was a
He had
good
no
shot.
eyebrows.
When I saw
It was
that,
weird.
I got that feeling that I'm like, these are the droids you're looking
These
for.
are
These
the
aren't the
droids
droids you're looking for. That wasn't the sequel series we were looking for.
Right.
This
Is
is
the
the
sequel
Star Wars sequel
Yep.
trilogy that
you
we
were looking for.
Yeah.
Yes,
I couldn't help
agree.
but think that. I wasn't even trying to, and I was like, this is so good.
This is way
It
better.
takes place a couple of years after Return of the Jedi.
Yep.
Yep.
If they had just set this in this time era, follow the Mandalorian. I don't care.
Right.
Then we can run into Luke.
Yeah.
Then we can
Yeah.
run
And
into
Han.
Leia.
And Leia.
Or Han. Or
Yeah.
who cares? You have the entire
Mando.
playground to play with. The
Yeah.
Star
Yeah.
Wars universe playground.
Right.
Maybe it would have been harder to figure out a big villain because not enough time had passed.
Thrawn.
Thrawn would have been
But
perfect.
Thrawn-
I still think they might bring Thrawn into this series.
I hope
because they're
so.
filming they're doing season 3 and 4.
But this is becoming, I'm just saying, this is becoming, because I'm at that point right now with showing young ones Star Wars
Young
series.
ones.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
becoming
Younglings.
like maybe something to show your child after the original
Yeah.
Oh,
versus
yeah.
the sequel trilogy.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to believe because it's not an episodic movie.
All right.
But this show is so Star Wars in every way.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
So-
but I just want to talk briefly. Boba Fett being back is so cool. It
Yeah.
answers that question that we've been asking, like you said, for a long time. He was wearing a Bamfa staff, and he had a Tusken rifle. So
Yeah.
one of the theories online is that they're thinking that maybe he's living as a sand person,
Sand
kind
person.
of in hiding, looking for his armor. That could be
Yeah.
one of the theories. So he's been looking for his armor, and the reason that they show him watching the Mando go by is because he finally found his armor,
All right.
and
Oh, wow.
and
It's
he
like,
or he's
aha.
ready to come out of hiding type
Yeah.
situation. But it was interesting. I'm very curious. It was a huge reveal,
Yep.
like Baby
Oh my
Yoda
goodness,
at the
yeah.
end of season 1, the episode 1 of season 1. It's like
I didn't even
this is
put
a
that
huge
together
reveal.
that it was the huge reveals at the end of
Right.
episode 1. I didn't even put that together because it was literally the last
Yeah.
second of the first episode
Yeah.
was the finger.
Yeah,
And
and
then they show the baby.
yeah, it's so good. Yeah, and I just think that this is probably going to be an overarching thing, like Baby Yoda was
Yep.
in season
Baby
1. I
Yoda.
hope anyway. I hope they go more into Boba Fett's background. I hope he's kind of like a mentor type character, or not maybe mentor like, but like I think it would be an interesting dynamic to have him be in this show more.
Yeah, but do
through
you
so. I think
think-
the next episode he's going to be tracking down the Mandalorian and Slave One. I
Yeah.
think he's going to be tracking down to get his armor back.
Do you think he's gonna give him
That'd
his
be
armor
crazy.
back?
I think there's
I
going to be a
don't-
lot of there's so much interesting things that can go on because in canon, technically, I think he's not technically a Mandalorian.
No.
Boba Fett.
Right.
I don't think
That's what
he
I'm
is.
saying. Like,
Right. Well, he doesn't have a helmet on anymore, so he's disgraced if he was a Mando.
Well, that's not always been the case. That's
Well, I
that's
think it's the
something
case.
new that
I'm
I
making
didn't
it the
know
case.
about.
that is the case.
Maybe it is, but in the Clone Wars, they were taking off their helmets left and right. It didn't
Oh, yeah.
matter.
Right.
So that's why
It's true.
I'm not
It's
sure.
different sect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Different
and it
rules.
might have been something that happened after the purge of Mandalore or whatever, like they
Yeah.
talked about.
Right, he's our Mando's a foundling, whereas the
Mhm.
others are.
We're born
True
into it.
Mandalorian.
I
Maybe.
guess. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did they just come out the womb with a helmet on?
I think if you're
I'm a
maybe if
Mandalorian.
you're born until
This is
you know
the
you have
way.
like your
This has always been the way.
the ceremony where you become the Mando and you swear to never take the helmet off or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
I-
that's it.
How do you sleep?
Well, but then that's but that
They
begs the question: like, couldn't Cobb Vanth become a Mandalorian
No,
if he took an oath and never took the helmet off again?
I mean, I don't know if it works that way. I think it has to be kind of like a Jedi thing where you're trained from.
So many questions.
I have
It's a lot. I don't know.
spoken.
Maybe they'll answer that question. What do you guys think out there? Let us know.
Yeah. I don't think he's
Give us
gonna
your
give.
thoughts.
I don't think he's gonna give Boba's armor back.
Yeah.
I think he's
So-
gonna want it back. But he's
Zarimoto
not
said
gonna, he probably will take it by force then.
That's on one. I think
I
there's
think
going to
you're
be a
right.
sweet fight.
Yeah.
between them.
Zarimoto said Boba Fett.
Yes. Yes.
Spoilers!
That's what I thought. When I saw that, I was like, yes! I was like, Boba Fett's
I was like,
back.
that's the guy.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
And it works perfectly because his age, Tamora Morrison's age,
Yeah.
when he filmed the prequels,
Right.
made sense for Django. But now he's in his
Well, yeah,
50s.
it's,
Boba Fett would be in his 50s at this point, I
Yep.
believe. So it really works out timing-wise for even
Yeah.
how old Tamora Morrison is.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
So it's so cool to see him coming back. And
Right.
it just fits perfectly. I was like, yes, duh, this makes sense.
Yes, duh.
Yes, duh. And he had
Yes,
scars
duh.
on his face.
No
you know,
eyebrows.
I hope they actually show the
hairless.
sequence.
No eyebrows.
I hope they actually show the sequence of him getting out of the Sarlacc pit.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't you want to see that?
But-
like a
Yes.
flashback like Cobb Vanth had?
I would love to see
Right.
that.
Something like that. Would
It's
be
actually like
sweet.
literally right after Jabba's barge blows up.
I think the fact
He
that
just
they,
flies out.
Yeah.
Like,
the fact that they gave us Boba Fett so early, it gives me a lot of hope for this season.
Yes.
yeah.
And a lot of potential for things that they could do. They could
Yes.
show flashbacks. They're really not afraid to jump into the canon. This is like epic original series canon stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they're throwing out in their TV show.
Yep.
They're not answering it in a movie. This is as good as a movie.
Yep.
Better. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? They could have done a Boba Fett movie.
Right,
Now
you're
they're
right.
not.
No, it's
Yeah.
a show.
It's going to be a
long
show because now
series
they
format.
answered it in The Mandalorian. That's like crazy
Which
huge.
is so smart
Yeah.
in a lot of ways because, I mean, the toys and all the gear and everything. So many people in Star Wars right now, The Mandalorian is blowing everything else away. I mean,
Bring on the
10
new Boba
times.
Fett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like everybody was dressed as Baby Yoda or the Mando. You know, everybody's going as
Mando.
all the
Yeah.
characters from that. Because all the characters, it's just so Star Wars. You're right. It's like,
Yeah.
this is the sequel that
we
we
wanted.
and
Yeah,
deserved. It's not a direct sequel, I'd say, to because we're not seeing any of the main Skywalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. So,
But still,
yet.
it's. I would have preferred if they just went straight into this instead of the sequel. Now
Yeah.
seeing the sequel trilogy, I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
And
they could roll-
It's like, this is garbage.
and they could roll with Thrawn.
Mandalorian.
Bring Thrawn in.
I hope
Oh
they
my
do.
gosh.
There's still a chance
And
that they
then,
might.
oh, you know what they could do? They could bring him into this one, but no, not a main focus. But then the next show could be Thrawn.
That's the
Thrawn
big
trilogy.
reveal of season 3.
Look at these hand spiders.
That's the big reveal of season 3.
Right.
Thrawn shows up.
Yeah.
Epic.
How crazy would that be?
Yeah.
We're calling it here.
Mind-blowing.
Thrawn's
Oh.
showing up in this episode. Not in this episode. In this
In this episode.
in this series.
Wow.
He's showing up. I'm just saying. I'm saying
Where
it
do you
now.
think-
They're
Yeah.
gonna bring
All
Thrawn
right,
back.
so that's huge. Where do you think they're going in the next episode? We saw some scenes in the trailer. Do you think they're going to go to that port where they're in the water on the boat?
oh yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Where is
I don't
that?
know. Really.
Is it just
Does
a
he-
water planet? Camino?
See, I think what's gonna happen is
Boba Fett.
episode
So he
2,
learned that the reason of going to Tatooine.
This is the speculation
Tatooine.
portion of the
This
show.
is the
so
all
we're
things speculation. So
all
we're
things
wrapping up
speculation.
this
We're
show
wrapping
here
up
today.
here soon.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
They're probably already asleep.
Future, yeah. all
They're like,
things.
oh, they're just droning on.
Right.
Get to the point.
Right. Right.
Hey, we're doing pretty good for the podcast, though. These
Yeah.
guys are listening, and girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I agree. It's
But I think
Where
I think
are they gonna go?
I think the next episode is going to be Boba Fett's coming after him. He wants his armor back. They're gonna talk, and then Boba Fett's gonna give him clues as to where to go. I think something's
Okay.
gonna happen,
Oh.
and Boba Fett's gonna give him clues to find the warrior race of
Oh.
sorcerers. That's what he says.
Dude, you know what?
I think that's what's gonna happen, and then he's gonna end up sending him to the water planet, and
Yes.
maybe that's where. That might be where, because in that sequence you see that cloaked figure.
Yeah.
Unless that's a different Mandalorian, which
Maybe.
it could be Sabine.
Right.
I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
But anyway, looking for a force.
Do you
user.
remember in the trailer for this season when his ship is like adrift in
Yes.
space?
It could have been after the fight
Yeah.
with.
That might be what
Boba?
it is.
It could
yeah.
be after the fight with.
Gets all
Boba
shot up
from
and-
Slave One.
Boba takes his armor back and
I think Boba's got a lot to do with what's going to happen next.
In season 2.
Yeah.
Well, because why would they make that the big reveal
Boba.
and then not show him anymore or
Boba.
explain anything?
right.
yeah,
Unless they bring him back later episodes. But
as Rex.
it's Rex. No,
I hope they meet each
The
other.
thing is,
I hope
That'd
they
be
do.
hilarious.
That
It'd
would
be
be
like,
awesome.
they didn't like end it with Mando walking up to Boba
Right.
and like
Here's your stuff.
pointing their finger at each
Right.
other, like what happened with the baby. Because with that one, you're like, I got to see what happens next.
Let's all do this.
Like right here, they could
check this
disappear. Right here, they could totally
out. Do the worm.
split apart from this and go to a new section. Yeah, they could totally go into a different thing
Look
and
at
come
its
back to
waves.
Boba. You know what I mean? They didn't leave it.
Yeah,
they
they don't
wrapped
have-
up this episode.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
he'll
don't have
just-
to go
yeah.
straight to Boba for the
But
next
they
one.
may.
Maybe he'll just
But
show up.
the thing is, the Mando got no information as to where to go next.
Yeah, that's
If they would have,
right.
if Cobb Vanth would have been like, "Oh, check out this planet," or "Check this out," or something.
Check this out.
Check this out, man! I can blow stuff up. Whoa!
It sounded like you were rapping there.
Check this out, man. Woo.
We just need the beat.
Right.
No. Do that sound
again.
again, Nick.
Hang on a
Let's
second.
see if I can get it.
Yeah. Right. Oh, is it? Woo.
Now there's the auto tune.
Joey's.
Auto-tune. Yo, man, check it out. I can blow stuff up. Boom. Wow. Oh man.
We're getting into the all things section, which involves a lot of auto tune. So
Yeah, so
but
we
no,
just
we
went through the whole.
we went through the whole episode. We're pumped for
Whole
It was
episode.
fantastic.
Episode 10.
Again, 10 out of 10
It
for
was
the
a great
episode. Yeah,
episode.
so good. Love seeing the Crate Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just makes me want them to do the Kenobi
yeah.
movie
me too.
Kenobi.
Kenobi book even more, because he fights a Crate Dragon in
Yeah.
that book, and there's like 3 different battles going on in that, and they all come together. And
Well,
it's
they said there's a limited series coming out.
for
Right?
Kenobi, yeah.
Yeah, isn't it
So I'm
only like
wondering-
one
that'd be-
season? That's what I heard.
That's what I heard.
They're filming one season and that's it.
I hope they just do the Kenobi book in a long format series. If
Oh,
they did
it'd be
that,
great.
I would
You're a
super
Kenobi
happy.
book.
You're a Kenobi book.
There's a lot of interesting stuff.
there.
Because then
Hello
they could show us some crazy stuff. With
Yeah.
Oh, I want to do one last
Fights
thing
Darth
for
Maul
this whole
again.
thing. There was a bunch of little things in this episode. If you noticed, it was cool to see the graffiti had some Easter eggs in it.
Easter.
Some droids, it looked like.
D-roids.
And then
Doctoroids.
R5 was in this episode, which
Yeah.
was from episode
Yep.
4. That was really cool to see. The speeder bike
Got a
that
bad
Cobb Vanth was
motivator.
on looked like it was a part of
Anakin's pod
Anakin's
racer.
Pod
pod
racer,
racer.
yeah.
I was like,
which
what?
is really cool.
I think it was.
I think it was too.
I think it was too. They
Even the
just-
sound.
yeah, it was
You
really
hear the
similar.
jingling, you heard the pod.
Yeah. Plus,
saw
Boba
R5's
Fett's
bad
armor
motivator.
was back.
Yeah.
One of the characters that played. Oh, there was the cameo from
Whitwer.
Whitwer. Then there was another guy, the guy who played the Weequay, who's also the
Yeah,
same
who was
I
that?
forget the name of the guy, but he's definitely a
Because I
well-known actor.
recognized his voice,
Yeah,
and
he's
I was like,
he's a well-known actor.
I was like, I know that voice.
The Weequay. He's the
Weequay.
guy who
That's
played the
his-
bartender in this.
I think that's his
episode.
name.
Yeah.
Weequay.
Well, I don't know. That seemed like kind of almost a racist thing to say. in some
Right.
ways.
He's
'Cause
like,
not
"Dude."
really, but he should. Why didn't he have a name?
Yeah.
He just called him Weequay. And
Maybe
that's
that
the
is
name
his
of his
name.
species.
Yeah.
It sounded kind of like a Western thing to do. Like
Yeah.
if they were like Indian, get me
Right.
this.
Yeah.
Instead of like
Tanto.
yeah. But even I kind of wish they would have given him a name.
Yeah.
Weequay.
Weequay.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
W.
Earl
Earl Brown. was the
Okay,
actor.
but I know he's in some stuff. I don't know what.
I've heard his name. I've heard his voice before.
There was just a
Well-
Or
lot of
maybe
Easter
it's
eggs
somebody
in
I'm
this,
thinking
this
that it
episode,
isn't.
and there
Oh,
were
yeah.
like fun little Easter eggs, womp rats. There was lots of tie-ins to a lot of other things that was really
TIE
fun
fighters?
to see.
Yep.
No TIE fighters.
No TIE fighters. In
It was just a
Pew
good,
pew.
refreshing welcome back to the Mandalorian universe.
Yeah.
where we're gonna give you nuggets
Yeah.
of what makes Star Wars great and what has made it, and it's the little
Chicken
things. It's not
nuggets.
like they're being they're not being like super in your face about
Like,
it.
here
It
you
still
go.
works with what's going on.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. It's not
Yeah.
just like dumb.
Yes.
Like,
Dumb humor.
Oh,
Oboe.
you're alone. What about you're going to be called Solo?
Right,
It's like,
yeah.
that's the dumbest-
Han Solo.
Yeah,
Like you
it's-
really had to think about that
Really?
one. Han singular.
Yeah, that one was like really
All by
dumb and
myself.
force-fed.
Han nobody else.
The Weequays are also the same. Weequays are also the same as the space pirates in Clone Wars that Honda Anaka is.
Hondo Onaka.
Yeah.
W. Earl Brown was also in another show. A funny episode.
Oh, really?
Show of Psych.
He was
Yeah.
a bounty hunter.
But he was a bounty hunter.
He wasn't a bounty.
Yeah, he played a bounty hunter on that. the main character.
The bounty hunter.
We're just repeating everything the fact checker is saying.
Actually, I think they can hear you when you talk.
Yeah, I think they can.
If you turn up the
Yeah.
volume, fact checker is a real person, by the way. So is
Yeah.
So is Mando. Are we gonna do a big thing?
Maybe
here?
Big
I think
reveal?
We should do the
I think we
reveal.
should. I think he's been
Yeah,
very diligent
think
on his
he's-
birthday.
Is he alive?
He's alive back there.
Oh, he's
just,
alive.
Okay, he's
He's
moving.
just biding his
You know,
time.
I wish we had like a cake or something. A
A
Mando cake.
cake.
You got the confetti
Shoot him right in
cannon?
the, shoot him right in the
Ah.
No, we're gonna have the big reveal. Don't you worry.
face. Big
Don't you worry.
reveal after the show. So
The
stick
after
around.
show. You gotta stick around for the after show.
Yeah,
No.
stick around for the
and we're
after
gonna
show.
drag it on for about
Yeah, like
4
we already
more
have been
hours.
doing.
Yeah, but I think we definitely covered this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah,
as far
We
as
did.
the
fantastic.
review.
It was a great. It was great.
it was the-
It was a great dragon.
It was a
Great
great
episode.
great dragon
Great.
of an episode.
That was awesome.
Wow.
If
Oh,
you
they
would-
found a pearl.
They found the pearl.
Sorry, that was another thing that's really.
Pirates of the Caribbean reference.
the Black Pearl.
the ship,
It was the blood pearl though.
the ship just comes out of the great dragon.
And the Tuscans are like,
Suga.
Suga!
And then the pirates, and then like
boy.
the Pirates of the Caribbean have to
They're
fight.
like, you smell funny. Right? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
So much goodness.
They all got lightsabers.
Just melding all the universes
Right.
together.
Picard shows up.
Lands. We found a new planet.
I think that
Oh.
that does it for the
Yeah.
spoiler
Y-wing.
alert portion of the show. And
Yeah.
hello.
Go to black.
Why?
We like to
Wing.
fade
We're
to
back.
black.
Back from black.
And of
Back in
course,
black.
we I had planned on showing us all this final build here of the Millennium Falcon, which I am standing in front of.
It's
I'm
over
sitting,
there.
She's sitting in front of it.
We'll
But,
show you it later.
Yeah, there's the full
not that
video
impressive.
hasn't gotten done yet, but there's some pretty sweet shots of it all in its full glory. And we'll use the glorious table to.
Glorious.
It shall be glorious.
It shall be glorious.
But let us know your thoughts if you had any comments or anything you like.
Let us know
or
what you
didn't
thought
like
about the
Yeah,
episode.
about the episode. That's what I mean. Mando season 2. We started the show on Mando
Yep.
season 1. It took Mando season 1. It wasn't episode 9 that caused us to
What?
start this. It was Mando season 1.
What
Yeah.
episode?
So we're still here.
What episode are we on?
41.
41.
Yep.
Wow, that's a long first season.
That's 40 episodes
40
in a season. We're giving the
episodes a
people
season.
more than they asked
Yeah.
for.
yeah.
Look, we are giving
This
the
is
people what
primetime
they
television, dang it.
Bonus content. In 2020, when there's nothing going on,
want, right?
You can
we
listen
gave
to
40
us
episodes.
losers.
20 plus 20
Yeah, there you go.
for season 1.
This is season 2, baby, and look at the sweet set.
What did you? How
we
did
got
you
the
say?
new camera.
How did you say
Camera on
Kashyyyk
your
earlier?
Shikiki. I think I just said Shikik.
Okay.
Let's go back to
So-
Shakik.
Yeah. Well, Mando's. Yeah. Anything else you wanted to say? Final thoughts?
Nope. I think it was a fantastic episode. Way to start the series, and
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to the.
Yeah, it
our
was-
Mando.
it was
Our
epic.
Mando.
Just
I
makes us so. It makes me so excited for what's to come.
Yeah, I
just
hope they
wanna
keep-
binge watch.
Maybe
the
we'll do a
rest.
watch along at one of these episodes. That'd be fun to watch it semi live.
Yeah.
We'll do a reaction maybe video.
Reaction.
To the next one if we can.
Goodness.
Yeah, it's just like the first season. They just need to
Season.
keep topping themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Do we know? Is 8 episodes this season?
Probably.
Yes, it's 8.
Okay.
It is 8.
It's one more than 7.
There's also no movie.
One less than 9.
There's no Star Wars movie coming out. So really, this
This is
this
it.
is it.
Yeah.
This is
Star
this
Wars.
is gonna get us into 2021.
Which-
I actually read somewhere, it was a title of an article that said this is
News.
the best. Yeah, this is the best content they've released since the original trilogy.
You know,
Yeah,
I would probably agree with that. Honestly,
Yeah.
even
They're-
though I
they're
love the
really hitting their
prequels,
stride.
they are.
And it's,
even though I love the prequels, I'm missing some lightsabers and force users.
See,
there.
honestly,
There's two
I
on the
think they
wall
do.
back there.
yeah.
We're giving the people what they asked
Is that
for.
what those are?
Well, I'm just
I
saying.
think they do it in such a way,
No, I think
though,
yeah.
that it doesn't really matter if there aren't any lightsabers.
No, I agree.
I do like lightsabers. Don't get me wrong, but they do it. They do the show. They do the show a good job.
They do show.
I English cannot speak no more.
Yeah, you don't need it. I'm not saying you need
Yeah.
it for this. I
But
just
it would be pretty epic.
I
though.
just think, yeah, for Star Wars, I think Star Wars and lightsabers and the Force just go hand in hand. You
Well,
don't
yeah,
have
and-
to have it. I love the fact that they brought the dark saber.
Yeah, the dark
And for
saber,
me, I
yeah.
think that means that they're going to go into a little bit more Force wielding. Obviously, they've gone into the Force because they have Baby Yoda too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think they're going to expand upon it. But I think they're really showing how awesome the Mandalorians can be, and I like that they're showing that.
Yeah.
Mandalorians are not just throwaway. They are used to be epic wars between
Wars.
Mandalorians
100%.
and Force users,
They're
Sith
turf
and
wars.
Jedi. So it's just
Yeah.
it's really cool to see. Anyway,
Well,
looking forward to the next episode.
What happened to that light over there?
Don't worry about it.
It got dark.
There's also food in that corner.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I've been spying that all night.
Wow.
It's not mine, but
Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode.
yeah.
We have enjoyed being here talking about Mandalorian again. We've been waiting a long time.
Oh yeah.
In the
really
meantime, we
have.
built that amazing Millennium Falcon, and we'll
Yes.
show you the full build video next time.
Yes.
And
Look
we'll
for that video. It's coming
Upload
out.
it probably sooner than that, and maybe we'll do a little extra.
Thoughts and prayers are to his family.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
it's a big loss. I mean, he was 90 years old. I mean, he's pretty old.
Yeah.
So it was a long life. You know, he
Long,
did some
full
epic
life.
things as Sir, isn't he a Sir?
Yeah.
Sir Sean
Sir
Connery,
Sean
which
Connery.
is awesome.
Yep. Scottish.
Some of the he had such great movies. I think one of my favorites still for Sean Connery movies is Indiana Jones. The
Yep.
dad in
Yeah,
Indiana
Last
Jones.
Crusade.
Just my favorite.
Junior.
So good. He's
My
in a ton of other movies.
Yeah.
Obviously,
My favorite
but-
is Crate Dragonheart.
Crate Dragonheart.
Yes,
Not
Dragonheart.
Dragonheart.
Yeah.
I just,
Fantastic.
gosh,
I
just
haven't-
his voice. First night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone needs to go back and redo the CGI in that movie. I think if they
First night.
no
Dragonheart.
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 Actually, that's
yeah.
pretty good.
It's not
It's
bad.
pretty. It's solid
pretty
for
good for
the time it
low
came
budget.
out.
Yeah.
But you're right. If they made it like
they could totally redo
Schmaug,
it. Yeah.
Schmaug.
Or even the Crate
Schmaug.
Dragon.
or even the
A
Crate
few,
Dragon.
a few minutes of Schmaug.
Schmaug.
That's what Desolation of Schmaug.
But that was
Could've
the other
been- should've
news.
been called.
Yeah.
Beyond that,
Wish he would have been in Star Wars. We were
Yeah.
talking about
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Would have been awesome if he was in a Star
It
Wars.
would have, even as a cameo.
Hey, but you
I
know,
think.
nowadays with the technology they have,
yeah,
you
they
never
could
know.
technically put him in there.
they could bring anybody back.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be the same though with
it
No,
wouldn't.
Connery,
It
so.
really wouldn't.
But yeah, sad to see him go.
Yep,
He was a legend.
he was.
Leave it at
Yeah.
that.
He was a great,
For sure.
great actor.
That was the other news, and then I think the last segment we had was what have you been into?
What have we been
lately?
into lately?
So
Cookie
that's kind of random
jar.
things.
Wookie cookie
'Cause
jar.
we're also all into other things other than Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love Star Wars, and we talk about that probably the most. But we do other things.
Yeah, we do. What
I'd
do you
say,
do?
what I've been into lately is
Carpentry.
tables.
Yeah.
I built this table. It
Yeah,
was,
he
He
built
built it. You should have done a time lapse video. Of it.
not, oh my gosh!
Breaks.
It took me long enough just to make the table. This is my
Right,
first
yeah.
attempt ever making a table.
And it looks really bad.
It turned out pretty good. It turned out pretty good.
Turned
Nah,
out
yeah,
bad.
it's-
Pretty
is-
bad.
It is pretty good.
I thought you said good.
I didn't, but then I did. I was like, it's
I
pretty
walked
bad.
right into that one.
Yeah.
I got the wood from Kashyyyk. It was awesome. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
what I've been into lately. What about
Yeah. Well, as you know, I like Legos. I've actually
What?
we were doing the Millennium Falcon. I actually have 2 more Lego sets that we're gonna
you?
introduce
And we
on
might
the
have a
show
new
later
segment.
on.
We might have a new segment and or a new show.
Excuse me, I'm talking.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying. That's a
I'm just
little bit
joking.
of
Go
a-
ahead.
No, that's all I wanted to say.
Oh, a new
so
show.
look forward to that. We're looking forward to that.
A new show.
Just keep talking.
This is the first I've heard about it. But yeah, anyway, building Legos. I also I like video games, and I bought a Switch recently, and
yes.
it is off the hook. If you can, I mean, yeah, if you can find one, I would greatly recommend you do.
What game you been playing on it?
Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, man.
Dude, okay, so it's different
Dude.
from other Zelda games, but I think it's a good thing. I think they did a good job with it. There are a few qualms with it. I'm like, this really isn't my thing.
My thing.
But no, I'm enjoying it. Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sinking
Totally.
hours into it. It's great. I love it.
Good game. Solid game.
It is a solid game.
The sweet thing about the Switch is it's portable, but you can
Yeah.
also put it on the TV, and it's
Yeah.
just as good.
I'm
both
hoping.
ways.
I'm hoping soon we can do some gaming.
Yes.
Yeah, some twitching.
Live twitching.
Look for our
Yeah.
Twitch account if we
Yeah.
set one up.
But yeah, that's what I've been into lately.
Nobody's ever done that joke.
What about you, Dan?
Oh, mostly technology and figuring out how to get this kind of stuff to work and have fun with my new camera. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a
Other than
sweet
that-
new camera. You
Black
want to go into
magic.
that at all?
What's that?
Because he's
You
a
wanna go into your
warlock.
camera at all?
No, we'll go into it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
But I've been playing a lot of tennis too, actually.
That's
Ooh,
true.
tennis.
Dan is
Continuing
a,
on with some tennis, so I
Dan
like
is an
to,
awesome tennis player.
like to smash a tennis ball and have fun with that.
Tennis.
So I
Dude,
look
there's a-
forward to doing more of that this winter
Do you have
at
the
an indoor court.
Mario Tennis
Yes.
for Switch?
Super Mario Tennis
Yeah.
Aces. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
nice.
epic. I try to play online
child
matches, but there's
destroyed
not
me
enough
in it.
people when I on the servers usually when I get
Hmm.
on.
Hmm.
Or maybe we're just too laggy.
Hmm. Yeah.
too laggy.
But on that bombshell,
On that bombshell.
So that was
I think
our
that's
last
it.
segment, which
Yeah.
is what have we been into lately?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Other
Not bad
things.
for the first show of
think-
season 2.
The
Yeah.
last thing I think we should do is reveal.
Reveal the
Okay,
Mando.
Let's just do it.
Let's do
finish
it.
it.
Let's do it. It's Mando's birthday.
Yeah.
And we're going to do
End of episode,
end of episode 1. It's the big
bombshell
reveal.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
get out
How
of
about
my
let's
seat.
let's go to black right before we reveal him, and then yes,
There he is.
there he is.
He put his helmet back.
There he is. Oh, sorry, you got to tune in for the after show, and you can see his face. It's disgusting.
All right, we're gonna reveal this.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get him up here.
Let's
All
do
Is
it.
he gonna talk?
He
I
doesn't
don't know.
have to if he doesn't want
He
to.
could
Okay,
if he
he
wants
probably
to.
won't.
It's up to
No,
him.
he's clearly
okay,
shaking
yeah,
his
he
head.
doesn't want to.
All right.
All right.
I can move, and then he can sit here if he wants.
Yeah.
We're going to go to black.
All right.
Okay, what?
Are we going to black?
I think he just...
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Oh, yeah, on camera.
On
so
camera.
just like in
So why are we
season-
at black screen then?
I don't know. Do you want to be on the black screen?
No, wait. He's sitting there.
Okay.
Oh wow!
Oh, he swapped. Wow.
Amazing. Oh, Dustin, you missed it. You should have been like switching spots. Been like, oh, I don't know how I got here. Yeah, you got
So this is Rando Mando.
Yeah, it
he's a
is.
very big part of the show, and we're
Rando
excited he's here with us today. And
Mando.
we're going to reveal so he can
He's not. Yeah,
say
he's
happy
not.
birthday.
He's not gonna talk. I don't think.
It's a real person under that
Maybe. I
helmet.
don't know.
They said, Zaramoto said, yay, Rando Mando, tell him to keep his shirt on, though.
Oh, okay.
Keep a shirt on.
Sorry, we can't do what we were planning. Yeah, right.
All right. Well, here we go.
Okay, here
Rando
we go.
Mando.
Drum roll, please.
What's up?
There he
Oh, the
is.
hair was perfect.
Yeah. There he
The
is.
hair was perfect.
Yep.
Just like Mando.
Yeah, he's a mute. He doesn't say much.
No. He's a real person.
That's the
and,
point.
We're happy to have him here. Are we going to give away his real name or no?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, he feels better because he can't breathe in that thing.
Yeah, his name's Matt.
Matt.
Thanks, Matt, for being here with
And
Rando
his-
Mando, helping us build the Legos.
Yeah.
He might help us in the future with more Lego sets.
Yeah, Dustin said he
And-
may help
and
us in the future
now
with Lego
his
sets.
Social security number is.
Yeah. Here's his voter. No,
All right.
no.
His phone number. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, what have you been into?
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, I'm into sports and
Sports.
hunting.
Sports and hunting. Yeah, it's a good time.
Those are both sports. Nice.
Call. Yeah. Well, thanks, Rando
Yeah.
Mando. Rando Matt.
Thanks
oh,
for being
there's the helmet.
random.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Happy birthday.
thanks for being born this day and joining us on your
Yes.
special day.
Yes.
Zaramoto
Moto
said,
commented. What'd she say?
"Wow, he is."
Wow,
that far.
he's good.
Wow, he's even more handsome than I expected. Happy birthday, Matt.
Yeah.
Admirer.
This was a mistake. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't keep that
Do you
goodness
thi-
down.
Do you think all Mandalorians look good under the helmet?
I don't know. But on that bombshell, we're gonna get out with our
On that
favorite,
bombshell.
right?
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah.
out, staying on target.
We're
We'll
staying
see you
on
next
target.
week.
Yeah.
Mando, chapter
Blah, blah.
10, I believe.
Chapter
and
10.
We'll be on episode 42. Our
Chap-
season,
yeah.
season 2, whatever we are.
Chapter 2 of season 2.
Hope you enjoyed the new set, the
Yeah.
new look. We'll see you again. Here we go.
Yeah.
Enjoy this, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Look, it's right down there.
Oh, good, I can't maneuver.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
Stay on target.
Loosen up.
See you next time. Bye now.
See you later, everybody.